Hello beautifuls, welcome to the channel. My name's Epic Treasure. This video today is base 8.0 build, full tutorial. It is the most purposeful base I've ever created and been in because it's only 2 stories high, but it is all in one. It has everything you need. It has a 6-story beehive. I teach you how to do that. You don't need mods. There's no mods being used on this. I'm on Xbox Series X, and everything in this base, because it's 8.0, it's gone through 8, improvements. Everything is at an arm's reach. So when it comes to smelting, when you're using your furnaces, and then that's sort of in a semicircle that leads around to the money-making machines and things like that. It's just perfect flowing energy. The storage is beautiful. And what I've done with this one is there's another tutorial to put. So when you see this, you'll see the breeding ranch, right? You'll see 2 breeding ranches, basic ones. But later on, I made a 12-stacker breeding farm tutorial. So when you see these breeding ranch things, breeding farms, you replace these. If you want to have a 12-stacker, up to you. You can just have 2 if you want, but I always like to have 12 in total. So I'm going to link that video to the channel, and I hope you enjoy 8.0. It is an incredible base that will see you through from the 50 all the way through to around 72, 75-ish, and then we're going to get into 9.0. So this base serves as the main structure for 9.0. And let me give you a little tester for structure 9.0 and inside it. It also has how to lay every foundation piece flush because there's 2 nodes of crude oil there too. So the whole thing is just an incredible teaching experience, I think. And I'll give you a quick look at what the future is for 8.0 switching to 9.0 so you're ready for what it's about to look like after you build this one. Hello beautifuls, welcome. Base 8.0 is finally here. Now this video has a full tutorial from the very first foundation piece all the way to the end. I'll hold your hand the whole entire way. This also has timestamps too, so you can jump ahead if you've built 7.0. This video features an aerial shot with very nerd blueprint style foundation numbering and everything. Like, let me tell you, it's going to be the easiest build that you've had. My bases I like to have as useful but also aesthetic too, and because I'm lazy by nature, I wanted everything at your fingertips instead of having to run around all the time. This is going to be a very sort of homely, comfortable base that should flow perfectly in my opinion. Now it is in the location of SJ Island at -643 to 73. The reason I built it there, it's because it's beautiful, but it also, with their supply drops, they're very close in proximity to the building. And I didn't want to build it in a totally new location because people already got theirs here and they just needed to make a few little changes. So what has changed in this base is obviously the front has changed. Base 7.0 is very sort of basic. Some people found it too sterile, but it was very useful. But I didn't find that this interrupted it. I think it looks beautiful. The Hexalite at the front at nighttime, as you saw, just lights up the windows. There's lighting scattered throughout it too, that lights up the building beautifully. We can see the Anubis statue through the window too. So that being said, with this tutorial, I wanted an all-in-one base that was user-friendly from sort of end beginner, mid game to end game, that was only 2 stories high, and that was ease of build and just being user friendly. This is something that the community has put their 2 cents in on through comments, and I built it myself. It doesn't use mods or anything like that. I built it on Xbox. So this base utilizes the custom settings of having 50 PALs, which anybody can access. And the reason for that is it is a base that can handle it, and all the PALs will be used all the time. There's no point of building a very big base if you've got 50 PALs anyway. Even at one of my mining bases, they're all in full production. That's one level, and they're fully banging at it. So I just wanted it to be a sort of cozy little castle home, which is really nice. But again, like I said before, I wanted everything at your fingertips. So when we land here, let's just quickly role play this. When we land, this is what we get to touch first. The first thing that we see, and the first thing you probably do, is I'm going to turn here 2 steps away, and we're at the guild chest. I'm going to click on that, open it, and if you're new to this, you can just click, if you're on controller, right bumper, and it will dump everything immediately into your guild chest that already exists. So it's a 1-click transfer. Then I'll take a step to the side, dump the rest off in a sort of sorting chest, if you will. So we can just go dump like that, and just dump everything in there. The next thing I usually do is sleep. So we have steps 1, 2, 3. We're not running across a massive base when we land. I wanted something that was just, everything is just right here. The repair's just there too. So I put this behind a wall because I just think it looks gross to have that staring at me like that. I don't know why, but I just didn't want it like that. So I wanted the wall up, so it's kind of shrouded and nice. But also over here we have the first pro bench that you'll use when you're landing at your base is making some stuff, whether it be your spheres that are just there or your, whatever you're producing here. So if you're earlier on the game, I've made this base so you can put your little, what is it called in the production benches? The high quality workbench. So you could start with that there, then move up to the next one, and then move up to the next one. So this base allows for expansion of your items. So Hexalite is a main focus of this base, I guess, and also predominantly my tier 2 ore. The ore is important in PALWORLD because it's used for nearly everything. It's used for producing all the ingots. So you need it. You need as much as is possible. Ideally, if I had my way, I would not have these breeding pens up here. So if you've got your own breeding base, I would be putting the ore up there. I'd be putting the ore in place of that personally. But, I want to cover everybody, so there's that. The next feature that we have here is a bar. The bar, it's not just a cosmetic thing, it's very purposeful. There's a sandbag here. So when we want to put a vendor out, the vendors in the game, the merchants, etc., are ones you want to capture. Watch my tutorial on that one. They will sell you things that save you from farming them. So whether that be, certain organs, it could be, flame organs, etc., or ammo, you can just capture a merchant and bind him to the sandbag using the monitoring stand here. And you got your permanent barman all the time. You could put anybody at the bar if you wanted to, just for looks. You could put a little bat at the bar or, whatever tickles your fancy. I don't even remember which one the bar is. You should be able to name them, I think. We'll just put a Pen King somewhere. No, yes, we will. So the bar has that purpose number 1, but also it has the 2, he's in the right spot, the 2 ovens there. But the cool thing is, and what's changed in this base, is this circular, and I'm not going to call it the rude name that I've been calling it in the live streams, but it has a circular formation. So you can cook through the wall. So we go, whether it be cooking the cakes, so be cooking one, cooking the next thing, then going, booking your ingots, bang, 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 in a circle. You just literally run around a circle and have them cooking. Instead of running along a big strip in a base, you're literally just taking a few steps. The pals go in there, they don't get stuck. Then we go straight to the money making machine, and then we book in our, our gold. We book in our next gold. The next thing we do after that is we'll run straight to the vendor. Bang. The vendor strip is along here. You'll have a vendor when you watch the tutorials of the vendors, etc. You'll have one that has bounties, for example, the bounty guy, but you'll have the guy that sells all the most important things in the game to breeding, which is the milk, eggs, the wheat to make the flour, the berries. So it omits the need to make those. It stops you from needing to have cows at a ranch. It stops you from needing chickens at the ranch, etc. You just buy them straight from him. Bang, bang, bang. It's streamlined. It's beautiful. He also sells, one of them sells the ice organs too. One of them sells the flame organs and the electric ones. And you're going to be using a ton of electric ones, I can tell you right now. I don't know what he's breathing on, but whatever. So this is a really beautiful feature that's added into 8.0. It also has a sexy curtain walkthrough by using the banners. So basically making the building like this, but also having this walkthrough easy, and the pals do not get stuck there either. So behind there is the little, the not healing sanctuary, I guess it's the transformational sanctuary. That's where the surgical table is. But on the top of it has this beautiful sort of wet looking roof, which actually comes in the form of the expedition station being on top of it. Very sneaky and lovely indeed. So it has that lovely flow to it, not just by the cooking, but also the ingots and the money, and also then the vendors. It has this entire process in this small space. Now what you can see here is this honey chute, right? So the bees create so much honey that it literally comes through the roof. So we're going to head up there in a second. Over here, we have all the storage space here. This is really beautiful. I've incorporated the cherry blossom tree with floating lanterns. The floating lanterns are not a hack. I'll show you how to do them in the tutorial. And this lovely little change room that's upstairs. We can change your, your transmogs and all this sort of stuff here. And then we have the little secret, another bonus little bed there with the bedside table with a secret stash in there, your valuables. But also the cool thing is that you can click and collect through the wall of these furnaces. But this looks really beautiful. That sort of contrast between the green and the cherry blossom, having the bed up there, and the banners again, using these banners scattered throughout, and having the door to the bar underneath the stairs. And then we go up the stairs, a one little fishing pond there, the little healing sanctuary of the hot springs. And the reason I put that up there too is so from the front of the castle you could see the cherry blossoms. And they would be lit up. Here we have the floating beehive, and this is where the honey goes nuts here. And that's why it's sort of dripping through the roof. So right now, it goes on Struggle Street. Ideally, you want to have your bees, a few of them, on honey pickup. So having transporting there, you really want to have that there, which I've just put that box down to. So right now, I just they don't have transportation on, which I should put on there, because that really loading all those assets can be a bit of a pain. So we can just go into there. And put it into this, and then just go to your bees and make sure your bees do not have that defensive on the bottom, on the right hand side, because they will start to explode. We don't want that to happen. So make sure you have your bees on transporting. So click a few of those, not all of them, but enough, so they take the honey to the box. That being said, we're going to go up here. This is a really neat little feature. The expedition station is upstairs. We don't have to put it on the ground, which is nice. So I'm going to grab that. We're going to grab these. These are the things I'm working on at the moment. Send them off. Go down here. And I'm going to grab those again. Send them on auto assign. Send them off. So what I've done with this section here, it's while you're accumulating pal souls, etc., and you're starting to bump up your team basically. So right now I'm working on these Sootsir things. They're beautiful. They're those big sort of winged creatures that are there. And the reason I like them is because they do mining, they do kindling, they do handiwork, they do transportation. They're sort of great all-rounders if you can level them up. So right now they might be sort of low levels, but if you can get the books, which you can get down the bottom of Faybreak in the supply drops, so it'll be like +1 to kindling, etc. These guys are a formidable foe as a mining, kindling team. And that's what this base is predominantly focused on, is not binding pals to like their posts. So with the monitoring stand, not going, well, you're going to stay only on this particular ore. Having these sootseers, for example, and the incinerators also handy for this too, that they sort of can chop and change, especially transportation ones, especially handiwork ones. So not binding them allows them to be all-rounders, which is great to have at a base that is an all-in-one. So over here we've got the two, here's one of my little sootseers now, having the two breeding pens there. So just having a look right now, over here, these sootseers, as you can see on the right side, they've got kindling, handiwork, gathering, mining, farming. They drop off bones at, when they do farming. So even when they're not doing anything, if we can put nocturnal on them, they're going to be going all the way through the night. This is the combo I think is great. So we have artisan, remarkable craftsmanship, nocturnal work, slave, whatever. And yes, so having them to be a level 4 and then bumping up their kindling to level 5 and their mining to level 5 is my goal, to have a whole fleet of them doing that. Same for the incinerams, etc. So once you get your eggs, we can pop them over here at your little breeding box, and then going over to your essence machine and starting to pump up those pals. Then this is a very handy sneaky thing, this disassembly conveyor belt here. So when we've got all sort of useless pals, and these could be probably from fishing, they will, and especially you can just stand here and keep like piling it on and piling it on and piling it on. And what happens is they often overflow. And what I've done here is I've just chopped out, I put a splash back on here, chopped out this one square here. So when it does overflow, it goes straight down the bottom, and it means that pals will go pick up, transport pals will go pick up the items and store them straight away in the boxes, in the storage boxes. I put so many pals in storage, it's ridiculous, so I can't sort of show you that right now, but it will drop down into here. So all the excess will go, brrr, you'll have like a big sort of present box full of items that just fall from that down, straight down. I think it's a great idea. So there's that. The same goes for the beehive up the top. When there's too much honey, when they've gone nuts, it will fall down through here. And this is why I've put this honey chute here. So when it goes crazy, these slide down and they'll slide into this. It's like I had the fantasy of having the gutcha machines before. Roll them on down so you can literally go away and it will just keep going and going. It is so cool. Look at it rolling down. So it's nice to come back to these big surprises around the place. You could just have it dropping straight down like this one over here. But I like to watch them slide down, to be quite honest with you. So that's the base. It is really beautiful. And at night time, seeing the pals in the pods, like Matrix style stuff, looks so cool. There's a little sort of chill out spot there. There's another thing there, another hot springs there. But the whole base stays in the perimeter. Again, the tutorial is incredibly user friendly, and I don't think anybody will have a problem with it. It's lit perfectly. But like I said, put your comments below for improvements, whatever tickles your fancy, and let us begin the whole build now. Let's begin. All right, so for this location, base 8.0 is at around about -638 to 67 on SJ Island. I love this place because it looks lovely. There's fishing around here. There's supply drops around here. It's just very nice. The enemy outposts for the new update are right behind us, literally just there. And it's just beautiful. There's an advanced fishing spot there. There's a dungeon there. It's just lovely. It's a very beautiful location. We're going to have our own little tree in here and everything. Don't you worry about a thing. So that being said, if you have built base 7.0 in the past, I'm going to bring up the floor planning thing for that. Here it is. This is 8.0's floor plan, but the foundation is going to be virtually roughly around about the same. The front of this building has changed. It's no longer just boring, it's a whole castle front, but we'll get to that later. But this is the foundation, and that's the reason why we see that column 2 and 3 to be empty and column 12 and 13 to be empty, because that is the part that cuts in for the castle sort of defensive walls. If you haven't built base 7.0, just ignore this part. So if you built 7.0, pause it on this bit, and then we'll get on with the new builders. So for the new builders, what you want to do is, this is the be all end all spot. Ignore the pillar. This is where we want to put our glass foundation piece on that oil node. Now, usually I'll say the first tip that I'll give when it comes to building in this game is start from the highest terrain piece, right? So say, for example, it's there. We can't do that in this scenario because with the oil nodes, we can't build over them. We can build through them though. So we want to get our first glass piece, glass foundation, and use our right stick if you're on controller. We're going to lower it. So whatever it is to move your foundation piece up and down, rah, 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 we're going to do that. It's like you're on a swing. So swinging away, swinging towards, away, and then slowly lowering it down. You might need to move your character away. And then we're going to lower it down to the point where it's just like that. You don't want it too flush, because by the time we get up to that piece of land, it's going to start eating into the grass. It's going to eat into the grass anyway, but we can save quite a bit of it by just making it a tiny bit higher. Now, the bit that you want the glass to be going into is this dark patch here. It goes like a scallop thing. It's like sweep, sweep. We want the piece to go into the dark bit here. And again, don't forget to build a little bed whenever you're doing builds, so you're always building in the light. So put your PAL box just in the vicinity so you can access anything from a chest. We're going to move it anyway. And then a bed just so you can see what the hell you're doing. So here we're going to grab that glass foundation piece. Remember, we want it to go into this dark bit, right? This dark bit. Now we want to make sure that we can build a wall next to it. That's the reason why I've got it in this position. We want a wall to be built on that right hand side. That's why if I put it here, we're not going to be able to build a wall. So we kind of want to build, that's why I want to build it outwards to clear the oil pumping thing, and to put a wall there so we can divide it and shield it, hide it from the naked eye, so we don't have to look at it. If my head wasn't in the way, it would be amazing. So let me just bring up this screen again. That is where to have it. So suss it out. We can see the little craggy bit there. Okay, you might like to pause that. Just get that right. You'll be fine. Just ignore the pillar. The pillar is irrelevant. So hopefully my character's head isn't in the way. And make sure that the angle of it's not like pointing out like that. We're pointing out to the ocean here. Again, let me bring it back down again. There, like that. All right, and then raise her up a bit. All right, let me bring up the screen again. All right, let me get rid of this. Zip it up there. And it doesn't matter if you've got it a bit off. As long as we've cleared it, we could put a wall here and have cleared, you know, the oil pumping thing. And this can be built on, we're safe as a bank. Now what I want to do now is bring up that original plan screen here. So what piece we've currently done, this will be available in the Discord channel too in the resources section. This oil node is on column 6, row 10. I was going to do alphabetical things, but I thought, no, we're not going to do that. Because it at least tells you how many squares that is across. So it's 10 rows down, 6 across. Right? So this is 10. And then if this doesn't fit, you know you have to redo it. That's a first port of call. So let me just bring it down again. You got it. This, once you do this, the rest is just easy peasy. Look at that. And then this one is an issue. So keep doing it until you get those ones around it in sort of unison. And you might just put it low. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Like that. Okay. So let me move this out of the way a little bit. So remember we're on number 6 here. So that's 6. And number 10 over this side. So 6, row 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we're going to fill the next bit in like that. So now we're currently on column number 9, row number 1. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we have that bit stays there. We have a space of 2 and 3 there, like that, because that's where those defensive walls are going to be. And then on the third one, we're going to go bang, bang. We can get rid of this. All right, and then we're going to go glass foundation again, and then like that. So up the top where I'm jumping here, this is number 1. Let's just face away. Number 1, number 2 is empty, number 3 is empty, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is empty. I'm gonna build like this. 13 is empty, and then we have 14 like that, because that's where those defensive walls are going to be. Now let me just move this out of the way like that. That's what it should look like. Now start filling the rest in all the way across. And across. And we'll put our PAL box down soon in the right spot. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're at number 5. I'm going to try and move this again. We're in row number 5, and we need to go across to 10 to put those wooden pieces. We can do it later if you wanted to, but we're in 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we go do the wood. Pray that I've got this right. But we can just change it. Otherwise, I want them to be like that and like this. Hey, where are you going? We need some more wood. Let's just chop a tree, shall we? Cheers, love. And you can go there. Then fill in the rest with the glass. Let's just move this picture so we can see a bit better. And this literally just runs all the way down. Now remember, this is going to start eating into the grass just because that's how the terrain is here. And that's fine. We've got some plans for later. What are you doing over there? We've got some plans for that. So just fill it all in. Get rid of that stone that's there too. We don't need it. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. Lovely. All right, so that's what she should look like thus far. Fill the rest of this part in. Break this. All right, so this is number 10. We're going to put another row underneath it, which is 11. So we're going to go across. Like that. Now this part is where it starts to jut into the land. So it goes in by 1 like that. Because when we put the PAL box down, we really need to stay within the blue perimeter once we've changed it and move it. So again, build it all the way across. It's going to start it to eat into the grass in a moment. That's fine. Get rid of you. I don't have my pickaxe on me, but this will do. All right, there's our sulfur. Pick up all your loot, your sulfurous loot. And then when it comes to this last part, it juts into the land one more time. Oh, we got these boxes in the way. Oh yes, you're eating into my area. And just go across, cross, cross. That box is in the way. I need to move it to put that last piece in. This offending box here. Because we need that last piece. Oh, that's nice. We can float it. I'll just dump whatever. Give me all the goodies. Boxes for days. And we're going to do the whole sorting of this too. Whoops. All right, there we go. Hopefully let me put the last piece down. Yes. Okay, so let's fly over. I'm going to fly over here. Pray that I did this correctly or I'm going to be in trouble. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the wood. Yes, I have done it. We done it. Good job. All right, so let me just move this out the way so you can see fully hovering. It's okay that grass is being covered. It's not the end of the world. That's going to have a little special section at the back. But again, like I said, build this anywhere. There's so many great places that you could build. There's so many nice places on the beachfront. Oh my God. But a lot of people have built through from iterations 1 through to 7. So I'm keeping it here to make life a bit easier so they don't have to muck around with all their loot and stuff, all of their storage. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put down the PAL box, and then we've got everything in the zone. All right, the next part we're going to do is we're going to place the PAL box down. And this, I've pinned the location of where it is. It runs in line with this wood here. Right where that pillar is. So I'm going to move the pillar, don't you worry about that. What I might actually do, I might move that. Get out of my way, mister. I'm just going to put this one up where that spot is, so we know it's 2 from that pillar. All right, let's break this box and let's slap it on down. And it's really nice. All the Yakumos appear in the forest here, which is lovely to have. They're probably going to attack me in a moment. 3, 2, 1. No, not today. All right, go to your PAL box. We need to get rid of something, don't we? We've got all the goodies. I don't need the handgun. I'm going to delete that. I don't need that. What else can I get rid of? Doesn't matter. I do. Let us just get rid of this. I don't need it. All right, grab that. All right, ready? Oh, that's right. We need to get the goodies for it, don't we? I need this. I don't know why I can't do it. Oh, it's right there. I'm silly. It's sitting back yonder. I've got heaps of those. Don't freak out. All right, so let us get the PAL box and we go and put it right. We're going to put it right here. Now, we could move it later. I don't know, but that's the central spot here. Now, how you spawn at a base, it took me a while to realize this. You spawn on the other side that you enter in on. So for this, in this case, if I fast travel here and I'm on the side of the sphere, remember that, I'm going to appear on the other side like this. If I fast travel from the other side of the box, I'm going to end up on the side of the sphere. That's just how it works. It's not like Fallout 76 where you end up on the other side. But where your PAL spawn's a different story. So here they're going to drop that side. And what's going to happen with this build is that the majority of the activity, I'm going to break this, is going to be a lot of PALs in this area here. So we want them to spawn on this side right here, because this is going to have stairs, it's going to have a bed, it's going to have all sorts of stuff around it. So we want them to spawn bang straight on here so they can be totally unhindered. All right, so let us get to action. This one's an important area because it's the front of our building. It is going to be absolutely stunning. I promise you, going to go wow. And like I said, it's going to be beautiful wherever you place it. So we're going to go glass nuts. Go nuts with your glass and build the front of this all the way across. Follow it along the lines all the way around. This little bit that juts out here that does eat into the blue section, but it'll be fine. Now we do have a little sneaky section over here. We will utilize that later, but I want to get these boundaries sorted out first. No ifs or buts about it. We can adjust accordingly as we go. And we are in a bit of struggle street here. So here's a hot tip for you if you're new to this. We're going to call this a Michael wall. And I say that because Michael is the viewer that came in and taught me this. Not that I listen to people very often, but I did on this occasion. It's the best tip that you're ever going to have in this game. I promise you. So when we come into issues like this, let's pretend for argument's sake that this is a part of like a big rock that's in the way, right? It's an immovable rock. And we try the hardest to put our glass wall down. It says, nah, no dice, no dice. what you can do is you can use a ladder. The ladder behaves like a wall. Put the ladder on there and place it down. Then we're going to go up, pick your glass wall, select it. Now I hope they don't patch this. I pray they don't. But select your glass wall, get your crosshair, and we're going to do the replacement thing. It's totally normal in the game. Replacing a wall, well in this case a ladder, with the glass wall. So get your crosshair and right stick in. Look at the commands on the right for your PC people. Right stick in on that ladder, click, and then place, build it like that. See how it just built through it? That's what it does. You can't always have your way. So say for example, it probably won't let me do this one. It won't. Sometimes though, you can use triangles like that, right? So if a ladder doesn't work, try a triangle. If a triangle doesn't work, try a ladder. So glass wall again, put our right stick hovering with the crosshairs over the triangle, right stick in, click, and then build. And then we got it there, see? We're going to break all that stuff later, but that's just a very handy tip. You could have like total floating storage and everything. It's like nuts. But let's sleep and have a little bit of clarity. And then we're going to build up. What I want to do next is I'm going to bring up a picture for what the front of this is going to look like. So let me scroll down and find ya. And oh, it's getting close. There's not so many of them. Lots and lots and lots of pictures. The storage is, let me show you this first. This is what we're going to be doing. If you haven't seen this yet, buckle up. Let me bring this into full view. So this is what you're going to be having on this base. Isn't it lovely? Beautiful storage area. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of everything. Spoiler alert. Then we have, yes, this is what we're going to have too. Isn't it beautiful? And then I won't show you everything. Keep it a surprise, shall we? And now let's find the frontage of this because I took it. There it is. Oh my God. So this is it at night time. Let me bring it full screen. That's what it's going to look like at the front, isn't it? Wow. And then let me just bring the daytime version up because it's easier to see that way. Daytime version is this one here. That's what you're building. Yeah, that's what you're building today, boys and girls. So I'm going to put it up here. And then I'm going to bring it up for myself for reference because I don't plan these things out like ahead of time, really. I just sort of go where the wind takes me, and that's the difficult part. You sort of build it and you go, okay, I like this, and then you have to blow it apart and, well, take photos of it, then blow it apart, then rebuild it all for a tutorial, which makes it, you know, quite lengthy, I guess. So let's get to business. Hopefully these boxes, they are in the vicinity and we have it. So as you can see, we have at least 2 stories high. So we're going to continue with our glass walls. So get your booty on over here and then continue on. Now we're going to extend this area, by the way, but not right now. So I'm just going to build the walls there so we know if it'll let me do it. There we go. Michael Walls, Michael Walls. Cheers, love. And then hopefully I'll have my way with this. I really want to extend this because you know I love that tree. And one of the last builds that I did, the bed was sort of embedded in the tree. It was so beautiful. So we might need to get a little bit creative with this one. So at the front, we've got everything is at least 2 stories high with the glass. So we're going to slap these across. Now let me make this a bit smaller so you can see what's going on. And thank you so much to the members who've made this content possible. If it was not for the members, this wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to have time to even make this. So I cannot thank you enough, whether it be on YouTube or on Patreon. I cannot say thanks enough. And thank you also for putting up with my sort of varietal ways that always change, whether it be this or Elden Ring or whatever the hell else I end up doing. You always put up with my craziness. It's not always PALWORLD all the time. So we're at the front now. This is where we want to do our triangles. So get your booty up there. We're going to do a triangle here. Remember to rotate your triangle. It's LB, on controller. Like that. Little pointy. And then we're going to run across this side. And we're going to do the pointy again. This is going to be... Like, who would have thought the base of your dreams would have everything in one? I do love mega bases, but you really don't need them once you get everything you want, honestly. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to... I don't know if I want to do those stone pillars yet. We should. Let's put the stone pillars down. So stone pillars will go... here. This just caps it off nice, but like I said before, we're going to extend a little bit once we get a little bit more situated. And you know that there's a very high probability I'm going to start mucking with these builds. So let's just get the guts of it done first before I start to fiddle faddle, because Lord knows I'm going to do it. And then get your pillars sorted out here and up here. And up here, and you can run them all the way into the ground so they're not sticking out, but I don't think we're going to be allowed to do that. But we can have a beautiful little decking part at the front, but they've made it so wild now that any like destruction outside the blue circle will blow stuff up. It can get nuts with zero forgiveness for it. But it's such a pretty base. Oh my God. All right. So the next part that we're going to have, my girl is ready for action. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the glass roof and I'm just going to build all the way the strip along it. We're going to change it eventually. We're going to break some stuff. Sometimes in this game you need to you build things and then break them. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. So we're going to grab our stone slanted roof. And we're going to get our crosshairs and put them at the top. Rotate around like this. Get your body out the way. A lot of people say, Epic, I can't build these roofs. There's something wrong with the game. It's broken. And they'll be standing here. I said, get your body out of the way, bro. Done. Done. Look at that. Beautiful. So let's have a fly over it and make sure that you are situated and sorted. This is what she looks like. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Look what you make. Let me get rid of that picture. Bang. Very vast. On with the show. All right, let us continue on. We're going to zip down a little bit here. And we're going to put another row of glass along the top. Oopsie, somebody did a naughty thing. Actually, did I do that right? No, I didn't want to do that. We want that cut in. Yeah, thank you. That's where our defensive wall's going to go. We probably should put that in straight away. Now we have to be very careful with this beautiful tree. We need to preserve it, conserve it. Let me tell you something right now. When you have pals in the base that do lumbering, they will go and chop down that beautiful tree if you don't get to them first with their work suitability things. For example, some of the new vendors, they do lumbering. They're going to make a beeline for your beautiful tree, but you can set down your monitoring stand to stop them from lumbering. We don't want anybody wandering around lumbering in this, ever. Not where my beautiful trees are. I mean, you might not like the tree, but I do. So you can have like a little lumbering mill thing, whatever. if that tickles your fancy. But you're going to get your tree chopped down maybe. But if you bind your pals to just lumbering at that lumbering pit, whatever the hell you want to call it, then they shouldn't stray from it. But just be careful, because some of these little guys like to chop trees down. If you bring them out of the box, chop, chop. See you, cherry blossom. Look at the view. Like, why would you not? But some people really, they're very fixated on functional bases, and for me, I am too, but I want it functional. You wait till we get to the furnaces and you'll see the laziness occur in me, that it makes it such a flawless, seamless production line. Instead of, like, a lot of bases may have furnaces that run all along the strip here. I'm like, no. We don't want to do that. We're going to just stand basically in one spot and pop all this ore, make all these ingots without even moving. That's how lazy I am. So I'm just going to bring this out a bit. And we're going to deal with this soon. All the way out. You are looking lovely. Now, there's one thing we have to do, and that is right in the middle part here, right? So let's get this down here. See these two spots in the middle here? That is where we're going to have our pointy piece. So it's like a rocket launching. Phallic castle. Big D energy in it, but feminine at the same time. Laugh if you want, but you're going to love it. So that's what it looks like there. Bang. And then we're going to go wall. Remember, we're going to break a lot of this roof apart, but you kind of need it for structure to start with. And then we're going to go back to our slanted roof. Jump, 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 jump. One on that side. One on this side. And then fill in your bits and pieces like this. Let's have a flyover again, shall we? Like that. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, it is. It is wonderful. So, this part behind it here runs the same. Get away from me. You get away from me, sir. Runs as high as that piece. And I know it gets a little bit fiddly. It's like origami, isn't it? Basically. But we want it to be beautiful and pretty and not basic. I'm not just having a box, not having my viewers have boxes for bases, because we're better than that, aren't we? Yes, we are. So this part we want to do is glass wall. We want to build this back. I want to fill you up. In, sorry about that. This one here. I'm going to fill that, but in there. And I would like to go one back, rocket up. Okay. And then we're going to go up here. We're going to fill this. Remember, we're going to break a lot of this stuff out. See this? We can do the Michael wall here. So get your glass triangle, spin it, place it, glass wall, right stick in, bang. Do you see this? Do you see what you created? Good job. Same story here. Not that one. Thank you very much. Okay, up, Michael wall. He's immortal. Immortal Michael. Like that, right? And then we're going to go over this side and we'll continue it on like so. Then we're going to jump up top, up top, up top, up top. We're going to go triangles again, triangles again. It's almost like an origami celebration, actually. I'm going to go down here. Put your triangle there. I know you're laughing at me, but you're the one watching me. I'm not watching you right now, am I? Okay, let's continue on. Shall we? Yes, we shall. So, let's fly over so you can get your jollies off on what you've just done. Look at this. Get up. It's so beautiful. Oh, Billy. Looks stunning. Okay. Now, what I want to do, actually, you get your booty down here. I want you to do those defensive walls now. The defensive walls need to be another level up higher. So get your triangle out the way. You're so great. We have to do these other walls first, because if you put the defensive walls in first, they tend to oh, tell me I'm in the vicinity of having my beautiful cement. I think my boxes are out of zone. I think my cementy might be over here. So you need some cement, boys and girls. Look, it's probably in this last box, is it? No, it's not. I need you to make some cement. So I'm just going to go grab a primitive workbench. Who cares? Put that down there. Can I have some cement silver plate? No, I can't. And a high quality one, please. Can you make me some cement, please? 199, sure. I don't even know how many we need. We will need... Oh my god, you're dragon, you don't do that work. Cement, what you'll need is... You're gonna need... I know you're sitting... Know-it-alls are sitting there. Jerry's probably sitting there going, I know what it is. I know what the number is, epic. The cement, it's literally one. It's one per wall. So you need 4 cement. 4 cement, done. I think I was just out of zone, actually, when I was talking about it. All right, so let's go to the defensive walls. This is going to be your most beloved base, I'll tell you what. We want to go wall and wall. And we're going to jump up again and do another one. Another wall and wall. And then up here, we're going to do a triangle and another triangle like that. We're going to jump down, 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 down like this. Big rocket looking thing. Big rocket. We're going to grab our defensive walls. Which is here. They only take 1 cement, surprisingly enough. I don't know why they did this weird stuff where you can't build on foundations anymore, which is just dumb, but it is what it is. So let's make sure, first of all, you have all the structures in place around it. Like this roof is done, that's capped off, because if we do these defensive walls and there's anything to build, it will block it. So make sure all your T's across your I's are dotted. All right, so let's make sure that we have our thing in the right spot. We're just going to bring it to about that position. Then we're going to just get our crosshair, touch the wall next to us, and use your left or right bumper to rotate it around like that. See? So people have wanted circular walls for a long time, and that's how you can do the circular walls with the defensive wall. So like this, place it down, grab another defensive wall, get your crosshair on it, just like don't click on it, just hover it over the one next to it, and then right bumper, left bumper, in your case whatever it says on PC for rotate. I haven't got to PC land yet, I'm coming, don't worry. So it can look like that. So you can literally do really beautiful defensive walls. They have made it still very painful, unnecessarily painful, by the way, because games like Grounded, even Craftopia had better building than this. I don't understand what's going on. I forget that, you know, not everybody wants to build like maniacs, like some of us do. And then we'll jump up and do another one. Tell me I got this right. I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. Hang on. Hang on. Let me just see. Make sure we're not too high out there. One, two, three, four. Yeah, okay. I think, let me see. I don't even know. Come here, you. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is. Look at that. I love how that comes through the wall. I think that looks beautiful. We should have stuck some vines on it, shouldn't we? Actually, probably still can. We could probably replace that with a ladder. Let me see. That's so sneaky, isn't it? I feel so sneaky doing that. But you could have that exposed anyway and put a fireplace there if you wanted to, couldn't you? Well, we'll deal with that later. I'm going to get... Look, you know what's going to happen. I'll get on my tangents and then I'd start to go nuts. Actually, it's not even going to let me do it. It's not letting me replace you. You're not letting me replace you. I can't. It won't let me do it. Oh, no. Oh, yes, it did. It did. I lie. It did work briefly, I think. It doesn't matter. I like it exposed anyway, so I'll do that. Let me just make sure I can... Let me make sure I can get rid of the ladder. Let me get rid of the ladder, please. Oh my god, I think I can. I don't think I can get rid of the ladder that's just sitting there. It's alright. We can deal with that. Yep. I really do like it exposed. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably keep it. I just hope that if we do get raided, that they're not going to go through the wall. I just hope. So if you're a bit of a paranoid Petey, then keep that beautiful glass wall there. And if not, we're going to go full magical. All right, so same story here. Make sure that you've got everything capped. You've got your roofs done up there because you know what's going to happen otherwise. And get your defensive wall. And we're going to rub it across here. Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. And then just gently there. Oh, I did do it. It's a bit... We can suss at how good we did it through the back of it. See if it's sort of running through the wall. Yeah, that looks cool. I think that looks neat. So I'm into it. I don't mind this. I kind of secretly would love to put a light in between it. That would be really cool, but I don't think there's any lights that will allow us to sort of have a light strip in that's, you know, I know I'm getting carried away, but it's such a cool idea. I love it. But I'm going to break it. I did break it. I'm going to break mine just because I like the look of the exposed side bits just downstairs because I just think it look nice. And we could just snap that on again to the side like this. A little bit of variety. It's never hurt anybody, so let's just jump up here. We're going to do those triangles at the top. Get your glass triangles. Run around here like that. We're going to do a flyover again. Oh, you look lovely, don't you? So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue this wall along here. I need you out of my life. Get out of my way. Just temporarily, please. We're going to build this all the way across. So we're going to pick a glass wall. We're going to replace the triangle, doing the Michael wall with that, like this. And then we're going to put another glass wall here, like that. Same story over this side. Replace the triangles with that. Remember, click the glass wall, right stick in, replace, 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 replace. Another wall, done. We're going to run along here. We're going to get the glass wall. We're going to cap this one off again. We're going to go like this, 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 this. And we're going to go grab glass wall again. And then the triangles. And then go your stone, slanted roof. And there, like that. We're going to deal with that later, when we're just going to start to remove roofing and stuff like that. We don't need glass wall. Same story with this one. Build it up. The hell did I do here? Glass, wall, wall, wall. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Triangles. Spin triangle around this side. Put your walls up. Glass wall. Jump, 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 jump. Slanted stone. Rotate. Here. Rotate there. Jump on down. And Bob's your uncle. In my case, he was. All right. Now we've got the big kahuna at the top. So, glass wall again. Glass wall again. Whoops. Oh, I do need it there anyway, don't I? We're just getting... I mean, this is all aesthetic things. The functionality... Oh, the functionality of this base is... That is correct. I've mucked that up. Is, I think, quite fascinating and superior to, basic builds. We shall see. But this part is just a pretty bit, which I am all for. I'm just going to go grab a glass roof here. And then I'm just going to go grab our triangle wall here. It would be lovely if I did it the right way around, wouldn't it? Okay, one there, one there. Go across to your slanted roof. Bang, bang, bang. One there. One there. Go down this side. And again, glass, roof. And then we're going to go triangle, rotate. And we're just going to grab the glass wall. We're just going to build that down through there, just connect it all so it's all one. Sometimes you can break something, the whole place turns to dust. There we go. That one goes there like that. All right, I'm just going to fill this in for the moment. Just going to fill it in for the moment. Fill that one in too. There we go. All right, let's have a flyover. I'm pretty sure we've done everything we need to on the front side of things. This makes life, I guess it makes it more pleasurable because you've made it look lovely and you know that it's not just this box. What you can do here, I think, would be interesting. Well, I don't want to start going off on tangents, but if you do like it, you can go grab a stone pillar and you can box this part, if it lets me do it, like that, to sort of define it. Or you might like it undefined, like this, But I don't particularly like it because the roof, this roof doesn't stick out beyond the glass. It's sort of hidden, so it's sort of weird looking. Let's just I'll show you what I mean. See, it's just like pillars, and then this hidden pointed roof. That's what's weird about it. If the roof was slanted forward, then it would probably be better, but she ain't. So I'm not into it. I don't support that now. We'll remove that feature. All right, let's have a fly again. Zoom across. Look at that. Oh, you got the most beautiful place in the world. You could potentially make those little glass towers on the left and the right side to be 4 times tall. I just think it looks nice and neat and feminine. We've got this, look at the beautiful tower through the glass and all the cherry blossoms and waterfalls too. It's lovely. Wait till we do the storage section. So let us get on with the build. So right now we're at this point here. Now I'm not sure where your tree is going to be. It should be around this area, regardless of if you can build through it or not. It'll just be up to wherever your foundations ended up lying, because literally you can have a foundation piece that's like, you know, like that, and the next one could just be like slightly facing that way, and by the time it gets to the end of the foundation it's in a totally weird direction. But the fact is that you're going to have these trees in the area anyway. Will you have a foundation piece that goes through it? Maybe, maybe not. It's not that big of a deal. But this, what I'm doing here, is specifically just for storage. So it's not so, the tree is a bonus, but if your tree's not in that spot, please don't freak out and go, oh my God, I have to start again. You really don't have to. This is just like a, you know, a nice little addition. So here, because my tree's in this spot, I'm going to build around it. And again, remember, you can use those ladders. Use the ladders if the area won't let you build. So when I mean that, like ladder, replace it with the glass. Just remember the Michael walls. Bang, that. So in this situation, what we want to do is have this spot here for storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across to storage, and I'm going to grab the advanced chest here. I'm going to get my crosshairs and hold my right trigger against that wall there. So on PC, it'll be called alignment mode change. Right trigger and then build like this. Have an Anubis out. Do not have a Splatterina out. She's going to be chopping trees down. What I want to do now is I'm going to grab a... I'm going to grab... it can be either wood or glass. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for wood. Wooden roof. And I can build one there. But I can't build one there. Which is not the end of the world. It's like a little tree house. But like you might not have the tree there. Lucky, lucky, ducky you. We're going to grab another storage item. Yeah. Again, crosshairs on the wall. Place it on top of the other one. Where's our boy? Come back here. Build that. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to ladder you, am I? I can triangle you, though. So I'm going to put a triangle here. I need you out of my way, babe. Thank you. And then I'm going to replace that with a wooden wall just temporarily. Then the reason I'm doing that is so those boxes align properly. The storage boxes. So I'm going to get my crosshair, put it on that wall, hold my right trigger down, place. So we'll get Anubis out again to build that, then another one on top of it. And then while he's doing that, we can go on the other side of this. And the tree's in the way. Right. So we can't snap her. To manually put it down. He actually might do this other wall first to make life easier. But you know I love my trees. I'm not going to get rid of them ever. So, I mean, unless I have to. So I'm going to right trigger, place it. Get Anubis out again. Build that, buddy. And then get ready for the next one. Cheers, love. And it's going to be painful. Mr. Painful Pants. You don't like the roof, do you? And then you come build that one. Come here, buddy. Build that. That one can go there, happily. Okay, we'll put that up in the tree. That's funny, isn't it? Okay, we can snap onto this side. Snap onto those chests to align it with that one. Come on, Noobus. I'm too slow for it. How many chests you're going to have if you've just still got the other ones? Oh, it's going to manually put this one in. Let's just do it. Oh, let me have it just then. Oh my god, imagine if you just had it sticking its booty up in the air. I don't want it. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Nearly, yep. So pretty. Look at that. I don't want them up higher. I want to be able to reach them. That's what I would like to have. So that's that spot there. Then we have, that was a temporary idea, that one there. You might just have like the refined metal chests, for example. You might just have those. If you've got those, I would have I'd have it 1, then 2 next to each other like that. And not have that wall there. You could have a strip of them go along and then save your Hexalite drip for later. But this looks really pretty. And I surprisingly use all of this space. It's just demented, actually. So what I'll do is I'm going to sort my chests out, and then I'm going to come back, and then we'll be clean, and then we can continue the build. But it is going to be beautiful. All right, continuing on. So we have these here. I'm going to go across to the next slot of advanced chest, and we're going to put them in this little corner here. And make sure you get your body out of the way. Get your Anubis out to build. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go grab our glass wall. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We might change this, I don't know yet. And then we'll end up absolutely changing these, but I'm going to put them there for border's sake. And then what we're going to do here is have a glass one there and a glass one there like that. So this whole section is basically storage. A big storage, beautiful facility. Now we can go across to more storage, depending on how much you've got. You can save up for these. And then get Anubis over here again. Full production. All right, then we're going to go again here. And then another one here. Another one there. Get him building this one quickly. You can build on top of it. The blueprint's on top of it. And again, like that. Another glass roof piece on top of that. And another one on top of that. We're going to go get the Japanese pillars. And we're going to put 2 pillars up. 2 pillars up. And actually, we're going to put a pillar to, if you've got this still intact. Can I get my way still? Yes, I can. I can have my way. 1, 2. There we go. Nice and neat. And then grab another. Got enough materials for this? Like that. What you could do is you could have the research lab just there if you wanted to. It's a nice. I'd put it there or. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Wooden wall. Back to storage. There we go. And then go get your small ivy and just drip it down, drip it down, drip it down. Or go full bush and have them a bit closer together. Like that. Over here, I want to put, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to, I'm going to put the wooden roof up here on this actually. And your tree might be in the way, you're just going to have to find a workaround for that. We can put a ladder there. This is not going to be our, I don't think this will be our main bed, it's just a little cute little thing. Infrastructure. I just like the look of the little bed there. Where's the pillow? Oh wait, there it is. You got a view, beautiful waterfall over there. Just a little sneaky little feature there. And then if you've got something, if you've got people coming into your game that you don't want to share your stuff with, you can put like a little side table there, or even the metal chest. It's very big. It's very too big actually. Maybe just this little one, hide it here. Oh gosh, it's back the front. Silly Billy. Just to hide your own little bits and pieces in there. And I'd even go as far to put a a little deer scare there if you can. Let me have my way with it. Actually, we need to build one more wall before I start to muck with that. Actually, yeah, I will. Just put your wall in. Then I can put my fiddle-faddly stuff in. Deer scare. Oh, and then some vines up on there. It's nice to do these little bits first, I think. I don't like that green vine actually, get rid of it. So there's a little sneaky ladder that goes up to this hidden bed and all the cherry blossoms with the lantern over the top. Oh, and if you want the lantern, all you need to do is literally just go to furniture, get something like your wooden bench. Wooden bench, make your wooden bench. Make another wooden bench and put on top of it. Make another wooden bench, put on top of that. And then go across to furniture, go to your Japanese lantern, put some of those down, make them, and then break the wooden benches, not the lanterns, and then they just float like that. So they'll be illuminated at night time, which would be nice. I'm not a fan of how that wall looks, by the way. I think if we, it's a little bit difficult, non-stop too. It'll come to me. So there's that. Keep going with your advanced chests if you can make them. Doesn't matter if you can't. That's a lot. It's a lot of materials. There's no ifs or buts about that. It's just crazy amounts. And again, I don't mind these glass walls if it'll let me have it. Theoretically it should. And then build the Japanese pillar on that, just to divide them up. So it's nice and neat. Again with this one here, we're going to put a glass wall and replace it. Michael wall replacement. Japanese pillar, again like that. It depends on if you want to take it to the roof or not. You could put a lantern on top of it. You could make these 3 stories high if you wanted to. But I just like it, you know, kind of basic like that. I think it looks nice. One thing that we can do, which I want to do, is grab the stylish street lamp and try and put it as close to this post as possible. It should be behind it like that. Just walk it, walk it, walk it. Close. On there. And over here. Like that. That's pretty. Lovely. She's looking fine. For this part, again, we're going to change it up a little bit. This part's going to be a kitchen. There's going to be 2 ovens there. I actually want to change these around. So we'll go back to the wood, rotate these around. So click. Again, it's like the Michael wall. We pick our wooden foundation, right stick in on the piece that we want to change, rotate, place, like that. Same with this one. Click, rotate, place, click, click, rotate, place. Nice and neat. Oh, that looks really nice. We're going to get rid of all of these. I wonder if... All right, let us continue on. So this is where we're at. If you see anything that is added, then just add it on. Because what I did was I did this tutorial and I kind of changed things as I went. And the tutorial ended up to be 5 hours long. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to motor on. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to put the Hexalite mines. So we're going to put them close to the window. 1. And then another one here. You might like to get some helpers out also. Then I'm going to get the Anubis statue. Now I'm a little bit torn about this one because it looks weird from outside if he faces away, but then if he faces inside, well, if he faces outside, you have to sort of run around the front of him. You know what I mean? Anyway, put him however you want to put him. I like it like outside, facing outside, because it looks nicer. Up to you. Now let's get your booty down here, right close to the wall there, and one right here. Get those built, get them done. Now over here we're going to do the production lines. I'm going to put in the weapon one because I think that is the most least used. So if Buddy moves out the way, we're going to be a-okay. So we can rub this against the wall like this. They'll be able to get to that pit just fine. Next one you want to do, I'm smashing through it, is the just pray that I don't change my mind again and change something else like I always do. Okay, there's the advanced sphere assembly line. And then we're going to do the next one, which is the advanced workshop. This one here. Now try and keep it as close to that as possible. Try and keep it aligned. Build that. Now what I would like you to do is grab the research. So go across to your research lab and chuck that there. Place that down there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to absolutely, I don't care if you like it or not, we're going to put just a chest here. You can put the chest here instead and that on the outside, whatever floats your boat. But we really do need a chest there so you don't have pals running across the countryside to put stuff in the box. Okay, you could put it over here if you want to, put it over there, but this is a central location and I find it very handy to have there. So that being said, we're going to run over here to where the kitchen is. We're going to go to get glass and we're going to build that and that like this. And then what we're going to do is we are going to then put our stairs that go up the top. So they join up to this part here, stairs. Now if you've got issues with stairs and they're like going the wrong way, all you need to do is put your crosshairs on the edge, get away from me, crosshairs on the edge of the where you're building, and then just hold left trigger down. I think on PC it's Alt, you know, I always forget that. And then the next set of stairs that connect with that. Glass, glass all the way. Here you're going to go over, I'm turbo doing this, you'd be so proud if you knew. Well actually I'm going to upload I'll put that 5-hour video in the members there and you can see what crazy stuff I went through. Triangle wall in here, spin it around, rotate, And then again, triangle wall like this. That's very cute. You could have that glass if you wanted to, if that tickles your fancy. Now what we want to do here is we're going to put in glass roof, bang, bang, like this. You're going to go to your food section, the large scale oven. We want to put the large scale oven here. Now remember, you have to build the roof first with this weirdo rule of the ovens. If you put the oven first, then you won't be able to put the roof there. That's just how it is. I don't know why. That's just what they do. All right, chuck those ones down there. Cool? Cool. All right, the next part that we're going to do is over here. We're going to put the oil pumpers in. What I'm going to do first, though, I think it will... No, let's put the oil pumpers in. Let's get them out of the way because I just find it ghastly to look at. So I'm going to put them here to make sure I don't change my mood again. Place those, get your helpers out like that. King love. Now I want you to have a look around the perimeter because there might be little spots you might need to fill in because I did the mega tutorial and we're going to extend some little bits and pieces too because I've got better ideas than what I originally had. And it's good it ended up that way because this base would have ended up to be a 8.5 or a 9.0 in no time and we don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to give you like a little spin around. Don't worry about the Japanese stuff right now. I'm going to just fill that bit in over there. And then we've got lots more to do. Don't you worry about that. So 2 stories high, 2 squares high around the perimeter. Obviously you can't put them there because it runs into the terrain and you might like to pause it also. Now this is an important part that you'll need to do. I'm going to jump up here. And this comes into play when gutting all of this part here. So all you need to make sure you have is the wall, roof, and a wall, right? Put your pillars on there too. We want to gut it. So there's no bits and pieces. We're going to put levels on there later. And then this one here, we can also gut this one. If you want. You might like the little glass on the back of it or whatever, but that's how we want it. We want it open because we're going to utilize that space thoroughly. Don't worry about putting the Japanese pillars on because we're going to be changing it. Oh, bang, just ignore the floating spheres over there. What I'm going to do now is grab these pals. We're going to grab the glass roof and we're going to continue this glass roof all the way along to the end and you're going to build it out. This is where our beehive is going to be. And click, 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 and then continue her along. And we want this to be connected all the way to the other side. But we'll get some stability going, don't you worry about it. Under control. Now remember, we don't ever want to build outside that that blue line, the perimeter of it, because once things get touched outside that line, it's all going to come crashing down. The exception is the expedition station. I've never seen that be blown up just by something touching, if it's sort of hanging out the edge of it, which it will be for this one, because they've made it so damn big that we don't really have a choice now, do we? Now I've got some great, actually I'll leave that there. Got some great upgrades to this base already. It's sort of, when you make it, these new things just come to you. You can start to see problems, you can start to see space that can be utilized better, etc. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, oh, put this here, oh, put this here, and then you sort of see me build and then break and then build and then break, and it's not a good idea. All right, slap, 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 and then I want to go across again, again, again. Now this part here is going to be extended. Look at the blue line. So I'm going to extend out, 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 out. I made a very good use of space with this, don't you worry. Feel pretty head about that. All right. So we're pushing the border there. We are pushing the limits. Look at that. That was quick. Taking me an hour before. All right, that's where we're at now. Let's have a fly over and a look, a little peekaboo at what it should look like. And then we'll freeze and take note of it. All right, let's get on with the show. Next part, drop down, drop down, drop down. Let's go, go, go. No calming builds. We need to get the show on the road. I've got some great things coming up for all levels. You'll see. I'm not going to spoil it. Build this here like this, and then build that there like that. Then what I want you to do, I want you to go grab a storage thing. Now remember, if you don't have the advanced chests yet, just put the normal ones down. I'm holding my right trigger down on this wall. Click. Have a builder in your team. Get them to build that. And then build the next one on top of that. Okay. This is the point where I want to put a guild chest. And this is a really neat little feature. So they just don't stick out. I just find it offensive looking to just see these staring at me. I don't know why. I don't know. But I like the fact that you can deposit your items through the wall. Okay, so this one goes up 2 stories. Here. Then we're going to put a roof up on it. Then I'm going to jump up here. I'm going to put, a roof on that. Let me see if I am allowed to do this though. Yeah, I can. All right, PAL dimensional storage. Shove it against the window. Like that. Build it. Like so. Looking fine. Then go over to your foundations. Go to your Japanese pillar. Pillar in. Pillar in. Again. Again like that. This is a part where you have this alcove where we put the bed. So I want to go get some glass. Glass wall. 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 This is a part where we want to put our bed. You can put a PAL bed down and use that if you want to, because now you can sleep on those. But I'm just going to go old school and go find bed. I'm going to put it right here. There, build it, build it, build it. Get your buddy out. All right, then we're going to go over to the foundations. We're going to get the glass wall. We're going to put a glass wall here, like that. We're going to go to the Japanese pillar again. Go clack, clack. Whatever that means, so click on this one. And then what we're going to do with this fancy part, I think, is we're going to build one more. Then we're going to go the Japanese pillar again. And then I'm going to hang down on it into the furniture section. If you have this, add it later if you don't. The vertical banner, I think it's nice to have. Put it right in the middle if you wanted to. You could have all different colors, etc. It tickles your fancy. Then we're going to go over to the PAL section and grab, actually, it's under production, the PAL gear workbench. Don't you be difficult, mister. Why? Okay. I think we might have to do the bench first, actually. Being recalcitrant about. No, it's not. God, it is sticking out. All right, that'll do. Repair bench and just put repair bench next to it. I don't know why that has to stick out. Move. Let's try and align this because it's being really dumb right now. Strange reason. Why do you want to face that way for, buddy? Getting weird. All right. There we go. Now you can put your banner in, go across to furniture, last tab. You always go to schematics and then tab back one, vertical banner, slap her up there, bang, done. Chuck your pal out, throw him out, get it on, bang, done. All right, so we've got our kitchen here. We're gonna go over here just because it's there. Go over to furniture, click on wooden counter. Spin, 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 spin. Ah, actually first want to put your rug out. Your rug is, I want the green one, this one, and I want you to bring it out to like here. Oh God, that's not even, here we go, here we go. Don't you walk on my rug, buddy. There we go. Slap that down. Go get your furniture, go get your wooden counter. This one, like, we want it in the middle. We don't want it too far forward or too far back at the same time. This is the part I want you to put your monitoring stand. So go to PAL, monitoring stand, you're gonna build that. I love how he walks right where I want to build it. Right there in the corner. Then over here, you're going to go to storage, you're going to go wooden barrel. You're gonna slap one there. And you're gonna slap one next to it, build that. Go to the chest settings, uncheck all, chest settings, uncheck all. That's so they don't start putting random stuff in there. We can't have that now, can we? Move over to furniture, go to your deer scare. Let me get my way with this up. Yes, love it. Right, build that. Get your plants. So first page of the furniture. Plant. Chuck another plant in there. You could put a lantern in there, whatever you want. And then just get more plants and shove them in. Don't stick them out too far or you're going to get a rude shock. The pals can't get through. All right, that bit's done. Go to your furniture, go to your Japanese page, go to the Japanese lantern, jump up on the monitoring stand, slap, and why not? Slap another one. Give that while they're there. All right, these bits, we can go over to furniture again. I'm going to make you put these vines down. Get to the point. Just build the guts of it. No, I'm going to build the vines. You know that you're not going to do it probably if I don't get you to do it now. So, click, click, click. And that'll do for that bit. Look at that. Oh, shivers, we forgot a bit. Maybe got it. I didn't. Glass wall. There. Fill it in. That. Bang. Okay, fine. All right, on with the next. All right, next part we're going to do is over here. Grab your furniture. Grab your round table. Chuck that there. Grab your food. Grab your feed box. Chuck a feed box on top of that. Done. If you have any food, chuck it in there. Bang. Done. All right, that bit's complete. Now we have two spaces here. 1, 2. And this is where our vendor strip runs along here, by the way. Fully. Oh, and actually, let's just do this part first because I'm driving nuts looking at it. This has a wooden, just do that, and then that, break the bottom one. Wooden wall. Same with this side. There. This is where I like to hide the accumulators. So what we want to do with this part, come over here. Go pick wooden wall. Right stick in on the triangle. As you can see, right stick is replacement mode on and off. In there, click it. Right stick in, click it, and then build that wall. Then what you want to do is go over to your infrastructure accumulator. And we want to put the accumulators in it. So I'm just going to chuck one here. And I'm going to build these out. Like no tomorrow. Depending on how many you have. You should have a vendor, like I told you before, if you haven't done it. Catch those vendors that have those electric organs and Bob's your uncle. Okay, you difficult. Okay. Turn it. So, you're not going to see these. You're going to see them being powered up. That's about it. Okay, you are okay there. Chuck a pal in here. Get them to build it. As many as you like. You might have a whole surplus of power things. Look at that. He's turbo building. Come on, keep going, buddy. No. I spoke too soon. Build the rest of them. All right, then we can close this one off. We're going to go wooden wall up the top. Break the bottom one there. Yes. All right, now what we need is some light. We could actually just go sleep. I can't. We need to put a roof on it, don't we? So we'll just go and get a roof on it. Glass roof. Check. All right, we'll sleep so we can see what we're doing. Lovely. All right, on with the show. So this vendor strip runs along parallel to this, right? So the vendor strip at the back of it is going to be wood. And we're going to build it across like that. Then we're going to go up, 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 up like that. Exactly what it should look like. All right, the next bit that we have is going to be the rug. Let's hope that it doesn't get infiltrated in a way that we don't. So I'm going to put it. No, you could actually put it here, but I don't like the tassel. I don't like the fraying stuff, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to line it up here. I'm going to place that down. We're going to get Anubis out, build that, and make sure that we can build that fence. Make sure it's not being mucked with. So it's in the foundation section. Stone fence. Yeah, okay, it will click in. All right, so get your stone fence and then hold left trigger down or whatever it says change building mode for you. Don't build the rest of it yet, though. Ease up, Buttercup. We're going to build the rest of these rugs all along the way. Nice and easy. Get your Anubis out to help. We don't want any joins in this, none of that craziness. Okay, next one. We want to pull this one all the way back just to the edge of that square. We don't want any bits hanging off. We don't want any of our bits hanging out. Thank you very much. Now go over to your foundations, stone fence. Let's pray it clicks in. This one's being very recalcitrant. There we go. Click it in, hold your left trigger down. If you're on Xbox, PlayStation, like that. Okay, fine. Now the roof, just go for glass with this one. So up the tippity top. 1, 2, no. 3, 4, like that. Then over this part, we're going to run stone. I can stop flying around like an idiot. That would be amazing. So stone. What the hell is this doing? And build that across. Across, like that. And across. That's how that looks. Get inside that. Grab your furniture. Grab your antique curtain. Put your antique curtain as low as it can possibly go. Here. Another one. Try and get it in the middle. Here. Thank you to Saphir for this amazing suggestion too. Okay. This one is this. And next one is, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on. Come on down. I'd love to see you on the channel more often. All right, there we go. Now, what you want to do is go up to furniture, scroll across to whatever banner you like the color of. But here, I'm going to put it, first one in the middle here. I'm going to have a little tiny part though, in between them like this. And then continue it on. Up. And up. Like that. Run, 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 run down the end. I've tried all the different colours and stuff. I just think the yellow looks nice with the red. But you do, you might like purple, you might like it more evil, and if it is the syndicate. Alright, so that's what it looks like from the front. We're going to run around the back and we're going to break the bottom two. Bang, bang. Now we've got these sort of magical curtains to go through. Isn't that nice? So next thing you want to do is go to defenses, grab your sandbag, try and grab this and put it as close to the wall as possible. Like that. Now they're going to have a weird pose, and that's just how it is for some reason. Some people do like to go into, use the flea market items, wherever the hell they are. The flea market ones, where are they? They are. Flea market, flea market, flea market, other? Yeah, these. They like to put those in there because the vendors actually stand up at them. But when you build a flea market, there's an interactable feature to them. You could make it work, I think, theoretically, but I don't, like, I want to go up to my vendor. We'll just chuck it here. I'm going to show you what happens. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but you know I'm going to do it. So if we have a vendor there and he's standing there and we want to interact with the vendor, we try to talk to him, there's a great chance of having this flea market thing in the way. So that I can't have it. So I won't put that there. As much as it looks nice, I just can't. So going over to foundations, go to your Japanese pillars again. And we're going to build Japanese pillars into the ground, all the way up, and on each part of this bit. Amazing if we could get away with it, wouldn't it? Be lovely. What was that? Like crawling. Hang on. Let's easier. There we go. Get on the inside of it. There, and then up. Japanese pillars all the way home. And your Japanese pillar. Go back. Grab your next sandbags, defenses, sandbag. This is where we're going to bind all our vendors here. Get it as close as possible again. Close as possible again. And one more. Yeah. Then built. Now, quickly run down here. Go to storage. Go to your antique bookshelf. Put your antique bookshelf as close to the wall as possible. Here. Another one next to it. Don't have a curtain in my face. Out. Just had it. There. Now the reason I want that there is look how cute that looks. It's so cozy in there. That's where we're going to store all our our guides, basically. The plus to fire, etc. That is looking lovely. Go over to other. Go to your wall-mounted sign. Put your wall-mounted sign about there. Another one, same spot. So you know which vendor is which. You should probably know by the time you've spoken to them a couple of times, but it just looks nice. Build. On around here. Same spot. Bang. Done. Build it, buddy. Get it. Same story with this one. Get your wall-mounted sign. Chuck it up there. Call the bar whatever you want. Go over to your furniture. Second page, ivy. Drip the ivy down a bit. Especially this side, because nothing's going to be getting in the way with that. Make sure it just doesn't hang out the side of the stairs though, then you're going to be in big trouble. Horizontal. There. Good job, good job. I don't know what's going on with this. Same story with this one. Have it dripping down sometime. There. Small wool ivy down the pillars. But be careful, we're going to put some stuff on there, so don't go all the way down yet. For some reason nobody wants to build this. What are you doing, buddy? You right? Dude's nuts. What a nutcase. Okay. So that's what this one looks like. The other one's not built yet, is it, Anubis? What are you doing? The last thing you want to build is the expedition station, because as soon as you put it up, nothing in the area will be allowed to be built even remotely near it, which would be weird. So let's get on with this one. This is the most important part, just about. All right, so the next part goes around here. So the first port of call is 1, 2. So we cook here, then we move to the first furnace. So go to production, go get your gigantic furnace and place it roughly round about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So it's breathable. It's like click, 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 click. There. Then what you're going to do is you're going to grab the gold coin assembly, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. And we're going to put it like over here. Just make sure that we can access it easily. Let's just throw Anubis down to make sure. Then we get there, then we go here. There'll be another one here, but we need to build something else. Well, we can build it now. We're just going to break it anyway, but, well, we won't do that. We'll build it later. So the next part that you want to do is go across to your foundations, go across to the Japanese style door, spin it around, spin it around. Nah, nah, nah. Boy. Put it around this way. Light. I want it with the light. Or we could have a... No, we definitely like it. And again with this one. Alright. Somebody did a naughty... Oops. There we go. Alright, so this part, I would like you to get the clean roof. Jump up on the clean roof. We want the lines to run outward like this. Like so. And again, same with this side, like that. And we want it over here. Grab the clean stairs. Crosshairs on the top. Hold your left trigger down. Bang, like this. Right? Good. Love. No. So we are on the border right now. I want to grab a glass wall. Grab your glass wall. Oh, we might be able to get away with having that bit out there, but I don't want to push it. Push the boundary. So this one. Keep it all stupid. And this part, you can have a little sneaky hidey area underneath it, so you can go easy peasy Japanesey. Like on there. We can go and put the white triangle just there, and then we're going to replace it with the clean wall. Know how to do it. Stick in the reflections very nice. And then up we go. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to put down the surgery table. We need to keep it, make sure that it's in the zone though. We need to break that roof just temporarily, put the table down. We'll break this one too. Sometimes it's just weird. It needs 2 stories to exist. It's your problem. You don't like this? Overlaps what, brother? What are you talking about? All right, fine. We'll just put the bloody surgery table there then. I don't know what its problem. Anyway, put it wherever you can put it. There's also the drafting table. I don't know how many people use theirs, but maybe you do. You love it. Drafting table. Doesn't have a problem with that one, do ya? Don't. Put that there. Just somebody else build it. Bleh. And then you could just put some couches there, la la la. You could put your medicine work. Can you get away from me? Medicine workbench if you wanted to. Let's go over here. Could you actually do that? Advanced medicine workbench. Make sure that you can get it done. Yeah, it does belong with that. And yeah, you could put go over to your schematics if you do have this. Put the lab. It would be great if the booties weren't in the way. All right, everybody out. Everybody out. Get out. Get out. You are a big desk, aren't you? Put the little lab chair there. Just on the side, casual. And I think what I might do with this one... Oh, she's going off on a tangent already. What I might do... Don't deviate. I can't help it. All right, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put the deer scare on top of it because to me, this is sort of a healing room. Get that. And then get your plants to cover up bits. Got nice sound happening there. We've got a palm in ya. Right, get out there. Come on, buddy, build it. Oh my god, what do you... I'll do it then. Too difficult? Look at that. Don't you feel like a doctor now? You do, don't you? All right, now put the roof back on. Glass roof. Click, 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 click. Now this is a point in time. Oh, I love it. I feel like a doctor. That you absolutely want to put your lighting in because if you don't, and we put the expedition station up there, it's going to say no, dice, sorry. So for the lighting, you could do something like a wall lamp and hide it. Make sure it's in the blue zone, otherwise she won't stay lit.
Pedro Garcia subscribed to the channel.
Thank you, Pedro. Welcome. We could just hide it under here gently. It is in the zone, safe as a bank. No, you don't have to look at it, but it's going to light up and that's all that I want. Another plant. That. So bushy. Everything's so bushy. All right, put that there. Right. Fine. Go up here. Oh, sanctuary. Now, do we want to see the do we want to see the surgery table from the outside? All right, we can put a glass one. Let's see. It's a bit odd. I don't like it. I think that it's sort of almost a breach of privacy, isn't it? Somebody's having like stuff done to them. I don't want it like that. I'm gonna go Japanese. Another one. Like that. And then up here, can you get out of my face? I don't mind the fact that's open now. Before it wasn't. So I'm going to go grab the clean wall. Replace that one. I don't mind that at all. Put a door there if it tickles your fancy, but for me, I'm changing my mind. I'll keep it like this. Can we put the ivy on the wall? Oh, we can. Oh. Get that and then strip down. We don't have the doctor's office here. I'm not going to put a doctor's office name there, but now chuck your vines all over the place. This is absolutely, there's no point to going in through these doors. Go stupid, go stupid, go stupid, put them everywhere. Doesn't matter. They're just for the lights. They're literally just the lights. You know what's also a great idea? I would like you to go over to foundations, go to your fences, click your fence on like that. Oh boy. Oh, Billy. All right, so that's done, 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 done. Look at it go. Wow. And up here, up here, up here, we're going to fill this roof in with the glass. Glass, 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 roof. Click, click, fill this line in all the way across. Leave that gap that's there though. So fill it, fill the bits. I see what game you're playing. Just going to break that temporarily. We're going to put a glass roof there. We're going to go down here and then we're going to put it back. It's being painful as the Japanese doors, walls usually are. This part you can not have see-through if you don't want to. It's up to you what you want to have here. But I'm going to let you be creative with that one. Why not? Go to your Japanese pillars again. Slap one down. Slap one up. Get your stone, wall. Drop it. Go across to your ivy. Slap, slap. Don't let an entry point have ivy hanging down too far. Rude awakenings are going to happen if you do it. Drip that one all nuts because it doesn't matter. That one up there doesn't matter. Go crazy with it. Put your vines all over the place. And that looks lovely. So this, what the hell is this? This allows the vendors to seamlessly be able to walk through. You don't want any doors and weird stuff there. They can walk seamlessly through here. That does not infiltrate at all. But I like to have that open just doubly sure. Look at it. It's lovely. All right, on with the show. All right, on with the show. Here we go. So, grab your Yakumo statues if you have it. Just because. Spin, spin, spin Yakumo. And just out there. Chuck him down, run, 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 run. Another one. Bang, done. Bang, done. You get the Yakumo statues via... Come here. There we go. Watch my tutorial on where all the enemy outposts are for the schematics. All these ones, so the Japanese, let me go, Yakumo statue, the red wooden lantern, and the paper lantern. These are all in SJ Island. The paper lanterns do light themselves up, by the way, so they're self-illuminated, which is nice to have. Next thing we want to do is go across to foundations. We want to go to grab our stairs. So glass stairs, we want to make sure it's too wide there. And then we're going to run stairs down. So hold your left trigger on that edge, left trigger or alt, and build. And then build. And build. Rotate, build. Now I'm going to break this. We want to get this. I'm a bit sus of that. I'm a bit concerned that that's not going to, I think it's like going to muck with the pathing. I like to have big, wide berths in case people have big, fat pals. So just break that, put your banner up. I'm going one wide with this one now that I see the light. Get your Japanese pillar again, replace. Better to be safe than sorry. Go back to your production section, PAL gear workbench on the left side. There, repair, just put it there. There. Now I like to have scattering these lighting pieces around. So I'm going to shove a street lamp in this bit. The hooky one. Let's get them to build it. Get them to build that. And then I think it's a great idea to have double stairs. You could have single stairs, especially if you have Anubises and that's it, or the Sootsiers. But I'm going to have double stairs because I know people will cry their brains out if I don't do it. So there's your stairs. We're going to run up the stairs, run. And we are going to grab our glass roof and I'm going to run this all the way across the top, the front. You know what I'm talking about. This way. Build, fill it in, fill all the bits and pieces in. Click, click, click. Bang, bang. One there. looking lovely. So we like that. Okay. All right, next part is we're going to fill this little bit in here. 1, 2, 3. Over here, we want this nice little mezzanine section. Go to foundations, go to glass fence, click, 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 run it all the way along, all the way along, all the way along. There, over here, we're going to we're going to be very careful because this is where you know what is going, the expedition station. You might have to break some glass. I think I can get away with this. I think I can. Let me have a look. Suss it out. I kind of do want to be safe and have glass that goes across here. Here and like. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of having it cut out. What do you think? Regardless of the fact we're going to have some glass fencing here. Don't stop changing. Let's change stuff. This on the edge. That, like that. We'll just put it across for now. I think it looked nice. Oh, you know what? Oh, God. Just put it there. Stop it. Stop being silly. Right, that one there, and then they'll come upstairs like that. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So, over here, run hard. Grab your... Actually, break this wall here. Then I want you to grab your infrastructure, second page. If you have the Japanese spring, spin it around so the tree part hangs out, like off the edge. So you can see it from the front of the building and sort of push it in as far as it can go. Get your Anubis out to build. Then we'll run back. Now, since we extended this deck out, to be careful when I say that, go to PAL, go to your breeding farm, spin your breeding farm round. Get your body out the way. And we kind of want the opening to be like that. Like on that angle, you can do it. There's a move her around a little bit. Come on, don't be. There we go. There. All right, there's that one. Then try and get this one. We might have to build another square out. Not sure yet. Sometimes you just build the square out and then break it. I just got it then. We want it as far back as possible. That's good. Nice, easy, and breezy. Build it, buddy. There you go. All right, so this part here, I would like you to get a wooden wall, and another wooden wall. Not there. A wooden wall here. You can do glass if you really want to. I want to keep that one open. On this part, go to your fence, your glass fence, and we're going to slap, hold your left trigger down, or whatever it is for your change building mode. That like that. So then what you want to do is go over to the production part. Go to ore mining. And then we're going to put the ore mining, just back it up. Yeah. Like that. Then the next one right next to it. What the hell is going on with the flooring? That's so weird. Go. There, that right there. And sure it doesn't go off the edge. Bring it a bit. Get that. We can have our way with this one. Cross your. What's going on with? So strange. optical illusions happening. All right, so this part we want to go to foundations. We want to go across to glass roof. So we put a glass roof, 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 roof like this. And then we can go and have our stairs that connect to that. You want to be difficult, do you? Too difficult. I see how it is. Oh, actually, no, I'm stupid. That. And gonna run our store. You're eating into my space, which I don't like. Recalcitrant. Right, let's just break that one. Okay, it's fine. Alright, what's your problem? We'll play silly buggers, do we? This one you have a problem with? No? You're not too close to a facility. What are you, nuts? Oh. What do you mean I can't build? I ain't. To break that and try and put these stairs here. Yeah, that's right. Alright, we'll build that pumper in a... I'm gonna build it now. Try and build that pumper through a bit. See if it's gonna let me have my way. Pumper, pumper, 1, 2, 3. Alright. It's not gonna let me have my beautiful stairs. Alright, fine. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about that at all. Place that down. It was lovely. Alright, put your roof back on. Maybe you're lucky, or maybe yours is in a slightly different spot and it's performing as we need it to. A pain in the ain, isn't it? We're gonna have to do that. Alright, let's put the breeding things back. Trial and error. Craziness. Alright, run it back again. Like I said, you might get lucky, you might not have these issues. Sometimes you might just have the magic hand. Come on, don't be silly. Come on, Big Blue. Come on, Big Blue. There it is. Oh, that's good, that's good. It's clean and it's clear. Alright, let me just block this off at the end. Glass. Like that. And I'm going to run this one over here. Thank God you let me do that. And that one, move it over to the ore mining here. Close as possible. Take no prisoners. Good. This one here. Can you move, please? I can't do it with you doing that. Silly behavior. Okay, so this part we're going to bring out. So go across to your glass thing. Run it along, run it along, run it along. Up here. It's a little bit more ambitious than what I expected, actually. And let me just make sure we can do it. I think I can do it. We're going to run these stairs just here. Get a wide berth. And then you're going to run up. Now you have a choice here to put crops down, or you have a choice to put mining down. Crops are handy for fishing. If you wanted to, you could actually put the you could put multiple fishing ponds up here if you wanted to. I could see they make it very difficult to actually sea in it. But it's up to you. So I would go, personally, I would go ore until you've got enough. But you'll be able to put fishing there. But you might need to break that glass. You could put the big fishing ones there, but it's going to hang off the edge. I'll show you what I mean. Like this. You could go fishing. Get me out the way. Could literally have it like this. But she's going to stick out like wildness. Look at this. And you can only fit 2 of them. 2 big ones up there. It's up to you what tickles your fancy most. So this is what big fish look like. But you could have quartz there. You could have sulfur, whatever. Whatever tickles your fancy. As long as the pals can still get in here, which they should theoretically be able to do, then you should be fine. But I don't like seeing that through my flooring. Personally, like it's visually offensive to me. So you could just put, you know, these ones in. And go. Very hard to calculate, I'm not gonna lie. Touching right now. That. If you wanted to. I'm not into it. I just think that like right now my priority is having the mining. But like I said, if you want to do bait, then you could easily just make the carrots, the onion, and tomatoes, I think it is. Whatever floats your boat. So we've got our little walkway up here. Go to, if you want to do your ore, then go for some coal. Chuck some coal down up in it. Chuck some sulfur. We'll do pathing, testing, and everything like that, don't you worry. And then have your... Oh, that hang off actually. It's probably safer not to have it there. Maybe it's probably better to go like this. Have it off the edge like this. Then have the... Make sure they can get into it. I'm being greedy. I got eyes in. So put this one at the end. Yeah. And then the coal. I'd love if you moved your big booty. There we go. Right, you build that, buddy. Hey, where are you going? Now, I don't want to put a fence up here. I don't want anything to be getting caught up on it. At all. Here, you could put a glass wall or something like that. You could put a triangle wall like this. And then chuck your box down. I would absolutely have a storage chest here for them to dump all their stuff. Put Anubis out. There we go. So it's nice, breathable. There should be no pathing issues, in my opinion, at all. Here we can go over to foundations again. Brrr. Go over to glass fence. Click, click, click. There's a lot of room for a lot of stuff still. You could be putting your lighting in here. I would go, personally, go just the little wall lamps. I can't trust the kindling. I just kind of hide it behind the rocks though. I don't trust the kindling pals to do their job with it, to be honest with you. Just lazy, so I don't trust them. And then we can put our vines on this side. Click, 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 click. Vine there. I would actually put with the foundations, get the glass fence and click it onto that bit there. And I would click it onto that bit there though. I would not put a pole there or anything like that, even though you might be tempted to do it. Don't do it. This part here, I'd go across to PAL, go PAL Essence Condenser, spin it around, put that here, get your PAL Hatchery. I'm going to chuck it here. Like that. So the reason for that is that it has a nice flow to it. So when you're breeding your pals, just build that for God's sakes. Build it. So you get your pals, hatch the eggs, run here. Then you can condense them. And then what we want to have along here is the PAL Disassembly Conveyor. So we want to put that, bloody stairs, here. Let's see where the expedition station's going to be. It's going to be there. Let's just have a look at the back of it. All right, we're safely in the zone, thank goodness. All right, we have this right here. Hopefully she'll fit nice and fine. Wait, first I would go over here, foundations, put the glass wall at the back for a splashback. This is really important because when you're disassembling pals at mega levels, their body parts are going to be flying all over the place and you're not going to be able to catch them. Sorry. Sad as it is, some people won't even use it. They've got some sort of emotional tie to it. But push this as far back as you can. Like that. Keep that splash back there. And then what I'd like you to do is break that underneath it. So what happens is when you pump so many disassembled pals in there, the excess will flow down to their little bit down there. I think it's a wonderful idea. All right, foundations, go to the glass wall, bang, bang, click there. Up to you if you want to keep those there. You might feel like they shroud you from seeing the background, but I like to see that there. I would personally put a pillar there if it lets you, but I've really rubbed the edge, haven't I? Japanese pillar. I don't know if it's going to let me. No, it's not. Doesn't matter. End of the world. And then what you can do is just go put your glass fence around this bit here. Click. Just for looks. It doesn't have any other purpose. I will not be able to do that bit either. Isn't it cute? Yes, it is. All right, on with the show. All right, back down we go. Round the corner, round the corner, round the corner, round the corner. Go grab a glass wall. Here. Glass wall, glass wall, glass wall up there. Grab a furniture piece to the end. Grab a banner of your choice. I'm going yellow again. I don't know why. A happy solar plexus color. The joy center. All right, so go over to your furniture section. Get a low table. I like this table, the low ironwood table. It's been spin. Put that just there. And then grab a cross, infrastructure, medicine rack. Put the medicine rack right there next to it. Grab the food, grab a feed box over here too. Chuck that down. I don't think I've got any food left. I think I chucked it in the other one. But anyway, there we go. That's where you're going to put your food. Good job. Next thing you're going to do is go across to your production. Grab your ore mining site number 2. Move it so you've got enough room between the you-know-whats and this. Build that. And then we are going to break through this wall here, 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 here. We're going to get a foundation piece. Hopefully this fits. Fingers crossed. Glass foundation piece. Put it there. Get your glass wall. Build it, up, up. And then the roof. So it's only eating into a tiny little bit of it. Go to your production. Go to your level 2 again. And then place that right next to it. Could even have a gap in between. Oh, actually, I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, let's put it down like that. So we've got enough space there, no problems at all. What you can do now, we have some space. We're sort of pushing the boundaries a little bit with this. You could skill fruit thing. I would probably do a skill fruit. I think they'll be able to reach it if you wanted to, or you can put crops there. And I mean, I don't want to be greedy with all this mining, but I do want to put a stone pit there, I'm not going to lie. Difficult, aren't you? Being difficult. All right, what we're going to do with this part, we're going to use the Michael walls. So I'm going to go stone pit just because I think it's nice to have it. I'm going to put it there. Let's pray this works. Then I'm going to go to our foundations, go to our glass wall. It's probably not good. It's going to go red. No, blue. We're lucky. Blue and blue. Order of operations. Fascinating, isn't it? Right. So that's that part there. Let's get on with it. All right. Next one that you're going to do is grab another tier 2. If you're not like all crazy, which you should be, I think, then you could put some fishing stuff there if you wanted to. This should be enough room for them to get into, not a problem at all. Don't forget to go across to your other items. Go across to your pickaxe and helmet thing. Chuck it over here. And I kind of can't really get away with that. We'll just leave that one there. But we can go grab our large toolbox and just chuck that down here. Build that, chuck your Anubis out, whatever. Get them built. All right, so we're going to put our fishing pond over here. So go, 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 production. Go to your fishing pond, large one. And we're just, wait for this chute though. Where's the chute go? Chute is here. Go up here to foundations, go to glass wall. Build that down here like this. That's where all the bits and pieces are going to come. Now, you might be inclined to have a glass slanted roof here, but they will get caught on top of that. It does look nice, so you can try it. But I personally don't like seeing the dirt there. I'm a bit weird like that. So you could go slanted roof and just see what happens if you wanted to. But I'm not going to be able to get my way with this, am I? Actually, let me see if I can get my way with it. I can get my way with it, can't I? Like that. I don't know how that's going to fare. It's likely they're going to get caught on top of that, but maybe not. We'll see if we get lucky. In regards to that side, I can do it. So I put a little triangle on that side, but I'm going to convert it to a glass wall. So right stick in just on that triangle there. And now we've got that. So it's not going to fall into our mining. Ideally, it shouldn't fall off into the other side either, but we'll see what happens. So go production, third one across, fishing pond. And we want to sort of rub it right against the side of that. We have no spaces there. Like that. Lovely. Build that. You might be able to build another, like a little fishing pond next to it, perhaps. It is getting out of the zone though, but you might get lucky if you are. Just see, we'll try and push it a little bit. Otherwise, you could put another like mining thing there if you wanted to, but just pushing it a bit too much. All right. Walk it across. Yeah, that there. We'll see how it fares. I'm being greedy. I'm aware. She's looking good. All right, back upstairs, back upstairs, back upstairs. Run, run, run. Then you're going to go across to infrastructure, second panel thing. Grab your large power generator, jump over, chuck one in the breeding pen. It should not affect it. If you're paranoid, you can chuck it over there as long as it's inside the perimeter. I don't really want it where the eggs are going to be, but it shouldn't be a problem at all. So chuck, chuck, chuck. Over here. try and get it. Could put it. Trying to be sneaky. I'll put it there. Build them there. Now we got some power. Look at that. Oh. We should be able to put a Japanese pillar in this bit here. There you go. Bob's your uncle. That nice, breathable, clean. All right, we're back over here now. This is where I would go into your. Personally, I would have the Statue of Power here. I don't know if we can build it. Yes, we can. The Statue of Power. I know there's one at the front. You're gonna go, Ebbing, why you got two of them? It's because I'm gonna tell you why. The expedition station is going to be next to us, and the turnover time after a while is pretty quick. So you can literally just chill out here when you're powering up your pals. So let me just show you this. I'm going to put another research lab here. I'm going to put it through this fish. I don't care. So we've already got a research lab down there, but we've also got one up here and then this guy up here. And that's because when we're working with breeding the pals, it sort of flows. So we eggs hatch, use the essence or chop them. So after we have our valuable essenced pals, we want to power them up, and we use that by enhancing the pals through this guy here. But what we use for our expedition station is we send them off to the dungeon that allows us to get all the pal souls. So we collect our pal souls and we start enhancing the pals. So it has this really nice little flow with that. Actually, I reckon these should be the other way around. Oh, shivers. These should be the other way around. Let's swap them out. I'm gonna swap them out. So I'm gonna put Mr. Anubis in that spot. I don't want to put him in the fish. Put some pot plants around him, and then put the research thing next to it. I think that's the way to go. That there. Build that. We can't do the expedition station yet because we've got some other stuff to build, but that's good. So we go expedition station, send them off, grab the pal souls, sacrifice them to the pals to power them up, and then just because the research is so quick, then you're just there anyway. You know what I mean? So you're there anyway, you may as well have it there. So you're not jumping across the entire place. That's what I find the biggest issue with bases are and base designs are, that, yeah, they might look amazing, but you're running across town to do the most simplistic things possible. And I want I'm so lazy. I want everything like within steps, you know? The same as with when it comes to getting to this base. You land, you dump your stuff off at the guild chest, dump, sleep, repair. Or you land and you go straight to the creation assembly line. Or you go straight over here and then you bang, cook all your stuff, make your money, and go straight to the vendor. Everything just flows perfectly. No running around, no grappling like a fool. This is beautiful. So let's get to the part that I've been dreading the most, which is the floating beehive. All right, bee time. Up the stairs we go. Run. Now, the beehive. We're going to put some walls here. I'm just going to put multiple walls. You only really need one, but I'm just going to put these here. Just for my own sake. So I can get my brain around where everything goes. Ideally, let's see where I am. I want them to fall here. I want the guts of it to be here. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So what you're going to do, you're going to have some pals activated, and you're going to go to storage, and you're going to grab a large container. You're going to right trigger, hold your right trigger down, whatever it is on PC again, alignment mode change, bottom right, and then build it, then next to it again, and then next to it again 3, or And 5, let me just make sure. I don't even think we need 5, hang on a second. Suss you out. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just build another lot. Storage. So again, get your body out of the way. If you can't build because something goes red, something is in the way, and sometimes it's your body. Oh, got it. Tripping. And then we want one out the front here, like that. This is our little platform we stand on. Can I please have this? Thank you. I want you to build this one actually now. Alright, no, that's good. That's good. So PAL ranch. So our ranch is going to be like this once it's built. Okay, build that, build that, build that, build that. And then build that one. Watch out you don't keep opening them all the time. Alright, then we want to go up again. And we want to do this 5 stories high. So 5 containers high. You're going to need a lot of ingots. Indeed, that's why I'm an ingot fanatic. So we build again. You want them even, Steven. Okay, let's just build. What do you want there? Stop being difficult. Go. And we're going to break these once they're done. There. Yeah. There. Go. So you do those. It's going to be 5 across. Let me just fly over to make life easier for you. So it's going to be 5 across, 2 that way, and then 1 for you to stand on. And then you're going to build 5 containers high. So I'll be back, and hopefully you've done the same. All right, this is what it should look like by the time you're done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high, 5 across, and then 1 strip down the front where you can just stand. And thank you so much to Vomikith for this guide. Originally, when you would make these beehives in the game, you could just use the flooring. And then they got rid of that. But Vomikith did a tutorial about using large containers. So thank you to him. We can have floating beehives again. Don't forget to follow him for more tips and tricks in games like PALWORLD. Let's go. Now, go over to your ranch and put your first ranch down. I want them nice and neat. Don't muck around. You want all higgledy-piggledy weird stuff. Actually, that's not even straight, so I can redo that one. Stop mucking around. All right, here we go. Right. There we go. Place it down. Get your helper out. Get them to build it. All right, so I want you out of my face. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break the first level of these containers. Carefully. If you blow up any of these ranches at any time, you're going to be in big trouble. But we're only breaking the containers. It's a bit hard to miss them, honestly. But now that I say that, I'm probably likely that I might actually do that. All right, break that one, and then we'll go out here. Next one, ranch. Again. Place it down. Get your dude to build it. Then get rid of him, paranoid like I am, and break it. Break it. Break it. Break only the containers. Jump down. Break. Break the containers. Only. Break that. And then back up. Actually, we can keep that backing. Yeah, that's kind of handy. All right. Wrench. Stop around. Place it down. It's not even. Again. Even, don't we? That's good enough. All right. Buddy, do it. Build it. Buddy, build it. Okay. Time to break the containers, which is very therapeutic, I think. Break it. 1. Isn't it nice to get all your materials back after doing it? You're gonna have so many ingots, you're not gonna know what to do with. All right, next one is the wrench again. Place it down. Dude, come out. And again, ease up. The hell are you doing? Oh, you're mine. Break, break, break. Oh, any containers, containers, containers. Break wall, container, wall, container. Don't get carried away. And keep going until they're all broken. And keep on breaking, 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 breaking. All the way. Down. I might have done a bad, didn't I? Got a bit distracted. People calling me on the phone while I'm trying to bloody build in PALWORLD. All right. Under control. What are the chances? They're very high, actually. Very high that I'd muck that up. Yeah. Good job. All right. Rude Awakenings. Click that. There we go. Thank God I could still build it. And then break it, break it. Only the... I don't know what they were. What are these purple magical things? Their head. Alright, there we go. And this last one. Turn around, break the box. Break the box. And lucky last, branch. Build it, build it, build it. The tower. Now, let me tell you, you're not going to likely use all of this, but at least if you want to go nuts, you want to go, oh my God, I need to make this particular item. I'm just going to go off and have lunch. You can go absolutely deranged on your farm and make whatever the hell you want to make. And so what happens is down here, this is going to come through the roof. It is going, like you're going to have these items drip through the roof, just like the honey does, actually. So we're going to test it to make sure it's dropping in the right place. Look at it. So I'm going to bring out, what we'll do is we're going to, and it's going to lag, because that's just what it does when you go nuts. But usually you have bees that do the collecting and putting them in the box, right? But what I want to do is do a stress test on it to make sure that we know where it's dripping from. So we've got all these bees here, only bees. I'm going over to their stand. I'm going to designate them immediately to their ranches. And we're going to let the honey flow like crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to go nuts on cake making, this is exactly what I do. I'd fill that ranch up and just go away for a while. It's the only way to get honey. I'm sorry, unless you want to, you know, be destroying bees and cinnamoths or whatever else, which is just really painful. Now, some of these are doing deliveries, which I'm not happy about at all. So we're going to put a stop to this delivery service that's happening right now. There they are. None of you are going to be delivering. You are going to be at the Beehive. So when you want to stop them from doing that, which you don't really want to do, because you really want them to perpetually put that honey in the box, we want them on the hive right now to test And there we go. So they're not going to be transporting. They should be bound to the base. They shouldn't be doing handiwork. The other things they do, and make sure, for God's sake, they don't have lumbering enabled, which these ones do, which is a real problem. So they're going to chop down our beautiful tree. They haven't already. Now, if they chop a tree down that you love, just break the foundation, let the tree grow back through. It'll take a day. Let's see if they've ruined my tree. No, it's still there. All right, we've got food in here or what? Yeah, we do. All right, there we go. We've got honey flying out already. What the hell? Look at this. With the handiwork going on there. And then we're going to put our expedition station there. We might have to break some of that fence off. I'm very curious if I'd like to have this part jutting in. I want to try it. Let's pray I don't ruin it. Let me ruin it before you ruin yours. And then we'll all win. Whatever that means. Okay. Defenses. Glass fence. Click. I want to make sure that they can path correctly. Such a nerd. All right. Go back, 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 back. Let's see where that honey starts to come through the roof. Now, I'm personally not a fan of that going there. The reason being is this is wood and that is stone, and it's like jarring to me. So I'm gonna go back to our original way, and I'm just gonna have the glass roof because it sort of makes that less obvious. So that's nice to have. See, it's nice and complete. And I'm stupid. I should have put the Japanese pillar there. Silly Billy. All right, chuck there. Chuck that there. I do not want to put another pole there at all. All right, while they're doing that, while we're stressing testing, look at them go stupid. We want to start building the chill spots. So infrastructure, you want to go to break this wall first. We want to go to get your Japanese hot spring. Again, we want our tree to hang out. They're going to teleport to it anyway. And we need a whole bunch of beds. So get your Anubis out just to build that. You can put a fishing pond there if you want to. You could put the big one there actually to fit, I think. But it goes through the roof. I don't like to build the fishing ponds up on a roof because the stairs of them go through, which is just abysmal. So let's just put a nice little fishing pond here. Little chill spot. Let them build it. And then we can start to put their beds and stuff around the place. So infrastructure, just start putting your fluffy pal beds around the place. Scatter, scatter, scatter them. Wherever they fit. You can put them in the breeding pens too, which is nice. As long as they have the beds, they don't have, like, especially when you have your pals set up like I do, and they're vampiric or nocturnal, they ain't going to be sleeping anyway. So as long as the beds are there, the sanity is there. So get that all being built. This part is the part where we're going to put the pal pods. You might not like to have them. They're quite expensive material-wise to make, which is no flex at all. It's quite annoying actually, for what they are. If I can, you've gone out of your lane, haven't you? Move over. Chuck them down. Chuck them over here. One over there. One over here. You get the gist of it. Leave that so they can get in there. But yes, you can put them in the pens. Actually, yes, you can, but just don't try and put them too close to where the eggs go. I don't know what that disgusting noise is, but I think it's the bees making the noise. Actually, it is. Careful with these ones. You don't want them places you will be uncomfortable having them. And again, here, how many we've got? don't put them in the thoroughfare. I don't particularly want one there either, but what are you going to do? All right, they're starting to go stupid now. Here we go. We got some drip. Yes, we do. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the drippage. So they're flowing down that way. Right. Let me suss out. Flowing full bang. Look at it. It's just raining honey. Boy, howdy. This is something, isn't it? Oh boy, let me... And don't suck it all up. I'm going to have to move you over, aren't we? Yes, we are. Actually, we just let it fall through the roof. But I like the novelty of it. I like the novelty of it falling down, down, down. I'm curious if we go... Now it's lagging now because there's so much honey up there. It's just demented. Fortunately, well, fortunately, but not really. See if we go this way. How do you fall now? Go that way, I see. Not the problem, are you? It's this bit. Ah, the troubleshooting is so fun. Hmm? Let's just try and go you out a bit. Because we might just have to make it just flow. Flojo. I can't with all the bloody honey there. I can't put it down. Sneeze. Sneeze. Look at it raining down. So it's all falling in that middle bit. Raining honey. I mean, you can grab that on the way through with your cooking. You know, you're doing click and collect anyway. So, I mean, ideally, like I said, you shouldn't have that much coming through. I don't think. Let's suss it out. God, it's still going. I need to stop these bees. I need to stop their behavior. Look at this. Raining down. Actually, that's an interesting little flow. Honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweep. I think that actually might work in our favor. I think it might. What we're going to do, I'm going to move these closer together, which is probably better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click and collect the honey. I don't mind that at all. And that gives us more room for that money machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click and collect. Actually, that's worked out really well. Then we're going to go to the assembly line. Now I don't even need to make a chute over the top of it. You could actually have 3 assembly lines now. Now that that's panned out that way. You could. Make sure that one's... Pull that one a bit back, a bit further. Bit like... As long as it doesn't go through the wall. Because the expedition station's the last thing that goes there. No, we're good. Build that, build that, build that. Actually, that one needs to go back further. Build that back. Just tilt it a little bit. You'd actually tilt them like a little spray there, but I have to make sure they all work. I don't know if I can get away with having 3. 3's being a little bit ambitious, I think. But who would thought you'd have raining honey from the base? And here we are. All right, let's have a look upstairs. We're just about done, surprisingly. They're just going stupid. Absolutely stupid. Maniacs. Look at them. All right. I think we can put our expedition station down now. So we go PAL, expedition station. I want the blue burning bit to creep across this ledge here. Like that. And what that'll do, it will also infiltrate that healing center, the medicine and healing center, which is down here. So it's like those sort of limestoney kind of places. Oh gosh, she's a bit low. And just to have nice little lighting in there, to even have kindling there. But it's just very cozy. I didn't really want it to be in the roof that much, but what can you do? And then we need the power up. That's going to be a beautiful room once it's got power. So the other thing that I want to do is just grab some lights. So lighting, I want the hooky ones. I'm just going to put them out the front here. Let's, oh boy. Look. Lights first, expedition station second. I said that before. These little weirdo rules that they have, just wacky. There we go. Are you good? Good. One here. Yeah. Any lighting that you need to do, you put it in now, because if you're near that expedition station, you are done for lighting. Anything can be put on these fishing decks, by the way. You can put beds on there. You can put anything on there, basically. Fluffy pal bed. Well, usually you can put it on the big ones anyway. Fluffy pal bed. Bang. You can actually sit down on the seat if you wanted to. And then I like to sometimes just put the fire on there. Just so it's illuminated and self-illuminated. Like that. So get all your lighting sorted now. Right now. Right here, right now. Whether it be hiding the wall lamp things. I like to have using these ones. Majestic wall torch. Try and just get it behind your Kumo. There. Build it. Bang. Over here is the same story. Go to lighting. If you want the big bangers, get those ones. Put them in now. Up in here if you want some lighting in there. I don't like this ceiling lamp. I find it vulgar looking. I really do, because I hate white lights. I have to have like warm lighting all the time. Oh my god, surprise. Warm lighting. And then I would even go so far as to put the Japanese lanterns in here too. Very serious today, isn't it? And even give the researcher one of them. Can't even put it on the bloody desk. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Slap them down anywhere. It's not gonna work. Alright, fine. Chuck the bloody thing there. Build that. Now in here, get your lighting in here if you want it. Street lamp. Bang. One over here. Shit, is that where I'm going? Fuck. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's over here. I don't want to put anything there. I don't want to infiltrate their pathing. Anything in that vicinity where this expedition station is, you sort it out now. Up here, a good example. Would not let you build there otherwise. That one there. Get into your beehive. I'd put a couple of behind here. Overlaps my anus. Okay. 2 there. And then build it, mate. Cheers, love. That's right. We've got all. And then please go get your foundations. Please go get your glass fencing. Sort it out. Now, we don't want it there. We kind of do want it there. And try and get some... Just try and get it in there. It might not let you, but it might. Actually, I want it dripping across there. No. Ignore what I just did then. That doesn't count. If you did that too, then just up the bloody roof. There we go. Job. And then we might have to replace the sign later on. Stone wall. Yeah, we'll just sort that out later. Right. Now it's nighttime and I can't see. PAL expedition station. All right. Lighting sorted out. Thank you. Drip it over the edge. Big blue. Come on in. Thank you. Do you muck with me, buddy? Don't look at that. It won't build through fence. It's good to know. Build. Oh, it's not built yet. All right. Build it, buddy. All right. Sweet. Safe as a bank. Put the lights out. And then I hope to God that we can put the lights around this part. Spin, 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 spin. Oh my God, look at the honey. It's gone stupid. I forgot to stop it. Can you build the bloody thing? Thank you. Alright, let's sleep so we're not wandering around in the dark. Hang on. We need this space lit up like a Christmas tree. We need the power boys in here. Come on, come on, come on. We don't want to be 5-hour tutorial. Oh my God. Oh my stars, look at this. It's gone. We need to take a screenshot of that, don't we? Streamlining honey making. Where's my little screenshot? There it is. Click, clickety click. New screenshot. Damn. Bang. Raining honey. Yep, and it's perfectly streamlined. We need to put more power beds down. You know where to do that. Just scatter them around the place. We also need the alpha beta generators. So go to your infrastructure, put your alpha and beta thing out. We can probably hide this around here. You might like the look of them. I don't really, so I just sort of shove them. I don't have to look at them. So jank, isn't it? God. Can we hide this bloody thing? don't even know where to hide the damn thing. Oh god, okay, just go there then. Okay, go on, take the... Is that the blue one? Come on. That is the blue one. We need the orange one. Chuck it down here, hey? Good idea. Build it. There's so much honey that game's just going, nah, see ya. See you later. See you next time. We've got our power. We've got our accumulators. What we do need to do is I need you to get up on the roof and get those lamps on there. I'm going to get rid of these bees though because it's just getting absolutely stupid. It's getting a lot. But that's how you get it. Quickly. I have to sit there and mark around and get bees and breed them and chop them up. Nah, bruh. This is the quickest way to do it. Turbo honey hive. Oh boy. Good luck with that, buddy. All right, so let's go up here. We're going to put some lights down. Get your lamp. We're going to put a lamp in here. Get your Anubis out or whatever. Big boy. All right, get this one over here. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Chuck it down here. Anubis out. Down here. Lamp. Chuck it there. It might be a little bit much. If your thing is too bright, then I would get rid of just those ones. You go, oh god, this castle's just demented. It'll be likely those ones. Those white lights are always wildly bright. But they'll light up this... What the hell? They'll light up this glass like a maniac. No, no, bro. Stop. Cute. So pretty. Then I would go just grab some street lamps again. Put them where they fit. Scatter them throughout. One over here. Come on. Go. And then just keep scattering them throughout. Even the farms, I would just get dimple ones. One there. There. One here. One there. Try and get it close to that tree. Let it light that tree up. Can I have... Don't use the white lights on the trees, just use the other ones. If you find that beehive to be a little bit much, you could just get rid of the top one. But I mean, at least you've got the, you know, the ability. I'm gonna put this one here. Like that. Alright, we need 20 more beds. That's right. I wanted to do this, didn't I? And then bring out that glass fence there and there. Break that one and then put beds, a whole bunch of beds along where it's going to let you put them. Bloody move out the way, buddy. God. I'm going to call him Bunny then because of his ears. Okay, go. How many birds have we got? Birds coming out. Oh, no, 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 no. You can put some crops there if you wanted to. I've got a farm, so I don't really need them, but again, if you want to make bait, you remember it's tomatoes, carrot, onion. Make the rest of them. All right, this is where those PAL pods are. So we'll get onto that part if you want to do it. All right, so the PAL pods, depending on how many you want, which we can find in the infrastructure section. You can just make sure they're clear of those walls. You might not even want them there. You might just want this to be empty. But you literally have to build them first, then the roof on top of them. In that order. And then you could have walls between them if you wanted to. It just helps reflect light. Then we go across to infrastructure, second page again. Next lot of PAL pods. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same story. Get your glass walls in between, if I can get up. Wall. Come on, stop flying around, oh my lord. Look, stop, stop, stop it. Okay, that's there. And then we want a glass roof. Let me have my way. Come on. So ridiculous. Okay, next one. Infrastructure, second one. The king of them all. I'm stuck inside it, aren't I? I am. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, at least I got out of it. All right, I need you to build that, buddy. All right, that's all sorted. Let's fly. Beautiful. Nice and neat. Even Steven. You can put some lights in that too if you wanted to. I think it might be a little bit overkill, maybe. But that's it. That base is complete. Finally. Get down. Get off it. Oh, actually, I want to go across here, go across here, go across here. Do need to put a few more beds down, but look at that. Wow. Don't forget to put those 2 lights out the front either. Supply drops coming. Spoiled little brats. What the hell's wrong with my power? You like got gravity sucking or something. What the hell? I love it. Lovely. We are at, oh, we've got 55 beds, so we don't need that many. Just get rid of some of those. Who knows what I was thinking? Then get your honey. Not that you've got it out probably, but I am getting it. Let's get to the cleanup crew here. Come on. One at a time, but God's sakes. Now, when it comes to the vendors are ones that you want to bind to your sandbags. So I'm just going to grab this PAL box here. I'm going to grab got so many that I've caught. Oops. Merchant fluid oil, merchant alpha, merchant ice. I do have weapon boy. Where is our big one? It's not the wandering one, it's our there he is. All right, let's bind these to the sandbags. So we want to have Go to the sandbag, sandbag, sandbag. Some of them might be the same. I don't remember. Scroll down. Didn't I just get them the hell out of there? Oh, I think I just put them in the box. Legally. Sort. Palpedia number. There we go. There they all are. Alright. Action Jackson. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Alright, here we go. So the vigilante bounty officer can go there. Merchant cake guy. Weapons ammo. I don't know. Like I said, some of these are the same. I need to rename them. And that one there. They're all the sandbags I have. So let's see. We have our bounty officer here. Have you got the skills? How about taking down a bounty? So this guy has an exchange. So when you have the bounty tokens, you can get the high-grade tech manuals, the PAL reverser, the kinship, all their stuff. When you do bounties, you can hand them to this guy. This one here, he has come here. These items here. He has electric organs, the flame organs, and all the cake ingredients. This guy has the high quality PAL oil and the PAL fluids, and all the medicine and the cake stuff too. I wonder if this is the same one. Go around the side, buddy. Come here. He's probably the same one. And he's got the ice organs. So the location to collect these merchants, I bring up the map very quickly. The small settlement has the bounty officer there to catch him. You just catch him like any PAL. You bring him out at your base like any PAL, and then you tell him to be bound via the monitoring stand to its sandbag. That's why they're standing there. The other dude that's there is the red merchant, red cape merchant, red cloak merchant. And then the guy with the ice organs you can find at June's shelter. So catch him up in there. I've got a tutorial on this too. And the other one walks onto your base. He's got the green coat on and he's like a wandering merchant, and it'll say, you've got a visitor to your base. Then capture him. There's some other merchants too that you want to capture with the new update. But we'll leave that for another time. There's plenty of tutorials across YouTube for that too. So I love and leave you. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I did this under 5 hours this time. Until next time, have a lovely day or night. Let's have a flyover. One last, lucky last time. Giddy up, big boy. And that's the end of the story. What a lovely location, which you can build this absolutely anywhere in the game. All in one base, honey flowing forever. And that's the end of the story. Until the next build, which it's already in my mind, don't you worry about that. Till then.